Hey guys, Island Turtle here. Welcome to BOMISpirit. So this is going to be the weekly astrology and messages for April 14th to the 20th. Sorry for um taking some time before hopping on here. As I got ready to get into the energy, this wave of emotion hit me and I was like, "Oh, interesting." So I was like, I just wanted to sit in the energy and let that flow through. It definitely feels like it's collective. It caught me off guard, which is interesting. I'm very excited to get into talking about this week. So just to let you guys know, for those who are new, welcome. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. The way this works, I go over basically the astrology for the week, along with some channeled messages and just some things I'm observing in the collective, as an intuitive, as a seer, as a channel, psychic, whatever word you want to use there. Yeah, and we also pull cards as well. And I probably will be doing the signs today. Yeah, I'll probably so I'm still feeling those emotions. Oh, oh, lots of stuff going on in the heart, huh, collective? Okay, not bad. Just emotion. Just emotion. Ooh, you can also see we have another new setup going. I've had to reconfigure my little recording space quite a bit just to find the rhythm. And I think just because we've had this eclipse retrograde energy, it's taken a bit. I do like this. I may change what's going on over here because it's looking a little messy. um, but yeah, that may be coming later. But yeah, let me actually. I usually do this ahead of time, like writing the labels for the timestamps, and I didn't because this emotion again caught me off guard. Whew. I may even. Oh, oh, I may, oh, I may even do a collective read. Oh my God, we'll see. There were also some things I was already picking up on before even coming on here. Um, that I will mention. I'm so distracted by this. Hold on, I'm sorry guys. Let me do this. Let me do this first and then we will. Oh, interesting. Continue. I just got a download about astrology in general. Huh, interesting. I never noticed that before. Don't worry about it. Interesting stuff. Whew. I need a minute. There's a lot of heart space surges, been feeling it. Yes, 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 yes. I'm not shocked, but again, just the intensity caught me off guard. Lucky to catch you live. I did have a higher heart shell on the top of my heart chest in the rise today. Yeah, yeah, I'm just oh. And I've been in such a bubble. Um, I've been in such a bubble. So yeah, tuning into the collective, it's doing stuff. It's doing stuff to me. A group coming together with a common focus or visual can be powerful to help shift the light or healing in a situation space. Yeah, absolutely. Lots of electricity. Yes. I had some major heart openings last week. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So that being said, we are in for a really powerful week. Actually, I'm going to start the overview right now. Okay. Okay. We are in for a very, very powerful week. Also, just little quick, I will come back, I promise. We do have a Patreon, we do have a website, so go ahead and check that out, especially if you want access to the old extended readings, an additional weekly reading, new moon, full moon hangouts, early ad-free access to YouTube content. That's all on Patreon, so go ahead and check that out if it resonates with you to do so. Okay, now this week it is a very powerful week, and we have a couple really powerful transits slash aspects that are happening that kind of even shocked me. There's this is a theme this week of unexpected and shocking and being caught off guard, and there's a few reasons for that. Uranus is playing a huge role in that, as is the North Node, as is Jupiter actually too. Um, but with this week, just to go over some themes really quick for those who are not into the whole diatribe of astrology, here's 5 key points I would say are going on this week. Embracing what's in front of you with confidence, an open mind, open ears, and an open mouth. A lot of very direct, honest expression communication is really big this week too. Saturn North Node in Pisces is still showing us how to let go and how to receive, okay? Especially in terms of healthy opportunities. We may have very unexpected healthy opportunities coming up. And when I say healthy, I also mean opportunities that are taking us to the next level. opportunities that may feel like they're ushering us out of certain repetitive situations or cycles. This is in terms of money and finances, which I know all of us are like, please. I know all of us are kind of feeling that with this economy, with finances and money, with all kinds of relationships, friendships, and allies, love in all forms, like in all forms, including romance, which is going to be kind of interesting. There may even be some invitations for like side quests or projects or collaborations or just getting involved in some way, especially within the community or within some kind of like common goal. And there's also this enhanced desire to do that anyway that coming up this week. Like you may just feel this like little pull, this little tug of like, you know what? I actually want to do something more meaningful. Whether it's just like getting involved in something meaningful or having more meaningful work or even just having more intention with how you're living. But even more meaningful relationships is also part of that. Just having more meaning and purpose behind how we're living our life and how we're experiencing our life. Now, the mind and the soul with intellect and intuition. I just saw a cross, which makes sense because there's a grand cross this week. It's interesting. Um, Intuition and intellect are going to be very aligned this week. The clarity that we're having is on all levels. We can think Mercury and Venus, not Venus, excuse me, Mercury and Neptune working together for that. And so use it. Basically, use it. It's interesting because it's intellectual, it's logical, but it's also inspired, it's also emotional, it's also spiritual, and there's that like Piscean Aries component to them as well, just because of how they're transiting and working together along with other aspects they're creating. So it's like it's fun, it's inspired, it's confident, it's exciting, and it just is like this expanded vision and expanded open mind. Again, a huge theme this week because of that, and also because of some of the opportunities and relationships, experiences that we're going to be having this week as well. Now, speaking to relationships, we still have this theme of bonded relationships. And if you don't know what I mean by that, relationships or partnerships where there's an actual contract at play or some sort of understanding of obligation to each other. That doesn't have to be romantic. We have all kinds of bonded relationships. All of them are still helping to support us in just everything that's going on right now, also helping to continue helping us through transitions and changes, maybe even changing us just in the nature of those kinds of relationships, and also helping us to open up as well. Again, that expanded mind is a huge theme this week. And lastly, I do want to talk a little bit about astrology here in the overview. We have a grand trine this week that's dabbling in water and fire simultaneously. And that's kind of cool. Just like from an astrology standpoint, that's really cool, and that's gonna be pervasive throughout the week. But when we get towards the end of the week, we're going to have a grand fixed cross. And when I saw that, I was like, "Oh, not bad, not bad." You know how I am, silver lining and everything, right? And also on that note, a little disclaimer for those who are new, especially to astrology. Astrology is a really fun discipline. I don't encourage living every moment of your life according to astrology and allowing yourself to just like, live your life in the best way that you see fit. Astrology is just a way to, excuse me, it's from all the emotion, to discern the energies that are at play and to utilize them to your benefit. Okay. So that's just, I'm an advocate of free will. All right. Now, having that grand fixed cross doesn't have to be bad. I will say some of the key takeaways with both of these with both of these aspects, the grand trine slash, in fire water, and the grand fixed cross. Go for what's driving you this week. Okay. Go for it. Don't hold back. We have a lot of help with having clarity and also a lot of help with having confidence to speak on what we want and go for what we want, right? And believing in ourselves and also recognizing like how do I want to say? There is that like seeing what is possible, even if we thought it was impossible, and actually bringing that into reality. That is a huge thing this week as well with these kind of transits. Now, I will say with the Grand Fixed Cross, it may bring in this energy of feeling like you're having to really fight for it. Like you're clear and and you want to go and you're going, and then suddenly it's like harder than it should be. And that's again more towards the end of the week and leading into the following week. That shouldn't stop you. that shouldn't stop you. If anything, this grand fixed cross is going to show you how capable you really are and just excuse me, the power of will and confidence and believing in yourself. So don't back down. Don't give up. This is a week to just go and do it and embrace and run with it and not let anything deter you. Even if there are some challenges along the way, or even if some people might like challenge you or like want to like put you in your place, some power dynamics are part of that too. It doesn't have to stop you. Okay. So that's the overview for the week. Let's go ahead and get into some dates here really quickly. Some of the transits that are this week before we dive into the nitty gritty. So, tomorrow on the 15th, Juno retrogrades back into Scorpio. Almost said Virgo for a second. On the 16th, Mercury moves into Aries out of Pisces, still in the post shadow integration phase of that. On the 18th, Mars finally moves into Leo. We've been talking about that. We've been feeling that transit coming. And if I have space or time this week, I would love to do a video just on that because almost every session I had the last week or two, it's come up as an important thing because the way it's working with Jupiter's transit from Gemini to Cancer, it's very interesting. Anyway, so that's happening on the 18th. And then we are also moving into Taurus season. And I do this in Western Tropic Astrology for those who are watching. So happy birthday, Aries. Happy early birthday, Taurians. Okay. So those are transits that are happening this week. Now, that being said, let's get into the actual astrology breakdown. Some of this might sound repetitive from the overview, but that's because the overview is the overview. All right. Ooh, let's talk about this grand trine. So again, this grand trine is dabbling in water and fire at the same time, which again, I find very fascinating. We have Mars again moving into Leo from Cancer. And we also have Juno going from Sagittarius to Scorpio, and Mercury going from Pisces to Aries, and it's working with Neptune and Aries. So a grand trine, for those who are not familiar, a grand trine is when you have celestial bodies in all of the signs of one element, typically. Now, Mars being one, Juno being another, and Mercury Neptune conjunction being the other leg of the triangle of the trine, right? So just to, give you context there. Now, the kind of energy that this trine creates before even getting into the aspects that are associated with this, all that Mars energy, these are just themes that could come up with Mars, okay? We have been learning how to authentically initiate things, like how to take action and live our life in a way that is authentic to what we want and what we feel, right? With Mars being in Cancer, it's been more about emotional security, right? Making sure that the way we are navigating our life is with a priority of attaining, maintaining, assuring emotional security, or even taking action from our hearts, from our souls, right? Heart based intentions, essentially. And also making sure that priorities are also focused on people we love and care about, and just generally things that we love and we care about, right? As it moves into Leo, it's bringing about more so what motivates you, what drives you. And yes, emotions are part of that, but it's going a little deeper. It's getting into the the essence a little bit, right? Our passion, our flame, our fire, again, our drives, our motivations, all of that. So it gets a little bit more primal, but it also gets actually more action oriented. You may feel a little bit of an uptick in your own physical energy and vitality. It's going to come with a lot more confidence as well. It's going to come also with that fixed energy. So it's going to come with a little bit more of not being afraid to take the lead on some things, not being afraid to put that foot forward. While Mars in Cancer can sometimes be a little passive because Mars is debilitated in Cancer. They don't normally deal so well together. Keep in mind, as Mars moves into Leo, again, we are still in this integration of Mars retrograde because we're still in the post shadow up until May. Now, not fed words. September, December, and February, again, whatever was going on in your life at that time, you may still be reflecting on or still playing a role in your life in some way, or there's some sort of full circle learning, growing moment that you may be going through. Maybe you've already had it and you're actually ready to just like take that information and that wisdom and just incorporate it into your life and just live your life accordingly. Okay. Now, the Juno component. Juno is that bonded relationship component. And again, it's really leaning into relationships where there is some sort of like contract or understanding. Some of these relationships may actually be like mentor student teacher relationships. Some of these relationships may be purely spiritual. And some of these relationships are just like relationships we're finding ourselves in, and it's, we're just in it for the ride. But these relationships, because of aspects that are being created that I will get to, is still offering opportunities to really open us up, and especially with the mind and beliefs, and just like how we see what's possible and what's not. That's across the board for the collective right now. Okay. There is also a transformative element to what's going on with Juno as well. And again, we'll get into it. And we've been in this. This is not new. We've had this. So some of these relationships may be changing you, or literally offering some sort of like massive change in your life in some way for the positive. Not like for the positive. I want to make that very clear. It's always for the positive, honestly. Like when change happens, it's always for the positive. It's never like it's never meant to make you regress in any way, shape, or form, And then we have Mercury. So Mercury going from Pisces to Aries while working with Neptune and Aries. Again, that's where the the mind meets the soul, okay? In terms of your thinking, in terms of your beliefs, in terms of what you can see, what you're allowing yourself to see, and that is like in the realm of logical, factual, practical, all the way up into the realm of spiritual, psychic, intuitive, emotional, right? So it's like there's a lot that's encompassed in that, but it's also where we are meeting fire with water. So it is also where we're having this like surge of passion, this surge of creativity, and this surge of belief in what we are seeing, what we're feeling, what we're knowing, and what we're wanting, and wanting to take action on that. So, really unique conjunction right here. And every Aries season moving forward, while Neptune is in Aries, we're going to have that, which is kind of nice because that's just the nature of also Neptune being in Aries, which again, we're going to be in this for quite a bit. But every year, Mercury goes through all the signs, right? Because Mercury moves so fast. So every Aries season, we're going to have this little uptick of this. So just something to keep in mind for future planning. But that's what the Grand Trine is bringing to us. Now, some of these more minor aspects, we have Saturn working with the North Node still. And that conjunction, and they're both in Pisces, has been, again, for quite a bit, teaching us how to let go. Teaching us how to let go, how to be patient, how to have faith, how to surrender, how to trust, how to embrace the present moment and leave behind the past and not get too fixated on the future, right? It's been teaching us all about that. Now, there's also been this theme in the collective of like healthy habits and patterns, even patterns of like thought or patterns of behavior. Saturn and North Node Pisces has been also showing us like in the realm of those things, how it pertains to us individually, what needs to go and what's fine and what can stay, right? So it's just giving us a bigger picture on ourselves and really what drives our modus operandi, right? But really the importance of being in the present, being open and receptive, and being willing to let the past be the past and let things go in a way that is healthy and in your alignment, right? Now, coming back to this like grand trine energy, Mars and Mercury are working with this conjunction in the beginning of the week. And so, in terms of how we are perceiving things and how we're taking action, in the beginning of the week, we have more of an influence of seeing what's holding us back and doing what we need to do accordingly. And then when we shift towards the end of the week, we have more of that like Mars Leo, Mercury Aries versus Mars Cancer, Mercury Pisces, right? So it's like we are going to have a shift in the middle of the week going from that water to fire energy in terms of Mars Mercury. So essentially, we're going from this reflective, I see what needs to be released. I see what I can be open to. Let me do what I need to do in relation to that and get present with myself. And then towards the end of the week is action. Towards the end of the week is embodying it. It's living it. It's having the lived experience. Okay. Now, where do I want to go with this? I will say, coming back to the Juno component of this grand fire trine, Juno's actually trying this conjunction all week and is sextile Pluto all week. So that's the transformative component of the bonded relationships because of the nature that it's the nature of Pluto sextile Juno and the nature of Juno trine Saturn North Node in Pisces. So really lean into those relationships. And again, these relationships should feel good. They should not feel bad. They should, I would even dare I say, they shouldn't even feel that challenging. These relationships should be relationships that are aligned to you and really speak to your heart, really speak to your soul. You're learning a lot, you're being opened up to a lot, and maybe you're doing this for another person. Again, this could even be like a teacher student relationship. It could even be like literally like you're taking a class or something like that. But really lean into these relationships because they're only going to help you and support you moving forward and take you into new spaces and show you new faces is what wanted to be said. I love when spirit does that. Because you may also be meeting new people through these particular relationships down the line, especially as like we get deeper into this like Mars Leo, Jupiter Gemini energy, because Mars in Leo at some point, I want to say it's going to be more like May, is going to start being in a sextile with Jupiter Gemini, and relationships, they're going to bring in all kinds of opportunities. Okay. Now, that being said, as we get towards the end of the week, we start having this grand fixed cross that comes up. Okay. When this comes up, it's because the sun is getting close into Taurus. It actually does move into Taurus by the end of the week. So we basically have Sun in Taurus opposing a conjunction of Lilith and Haumea in Scorpio, while Pluto is now opposing Mars because Mars is moving into Leo while Pluto's in Aquarius. So literally all the fixed signs, right? Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Scorpio. And then the sun, Mars, Pluto, and then Lilith, Haumea are all squaring each other. Okay. So that's literally just the setup of a grand fixed cross. But what that looks like is, because all the nature of fixed signs in general is about like, well, being fixed, being really focused, wanting to be ambitious, wanting to maintain, the path they're walking. One is like stick to what they want. That is the nature of fixed energy. It doesn't want to change. It doesn't want to be challenged. That is the nature of fixed energy. And the fact that Mars and Pluto are part of this, or both Mars and Pluto touch on power, control, destruction, right? Fighting essentially and conflict. And also the sun being in Taurus will also like highlight that feeling of like, no, I'm sticking to what I'm sticking to, and like F you for saying otherwise. Like basically. And Lilith and Haumea, I've been talking about Lilith and Haumea for a bit, but even just Lilith and in Lilith's own nature is all about independence. It's all about what you deeply desire and what your own like impulses are, your own primal nature. And Lilith doesn't want to back down from anyone ever either. Right? So keep in mind this grand fixed cross, it may bring up power dynamics, ambitions, determination, confidence, maybe even overly confident at time. We had a lot of confidence coming in with Mars being in Leo, just saying. Highly focused energy. Also, intense sexual energy may come up as well, particularly, I would say, in these like bonded relationships. But sometimes sexual energy doesn't have to be expressed in a sexual way. Sometimes it's expressed creatively or through aggression. Hopefully not for you. Just saying that's part of that. Frustrations over anything that's potentially challenging to what you want and what you're trying to pursue in your experiences. This may also build into feelings of injustice, sacred rage. What did I write here? Sometimes I can't read my own handwriting. I'm like, is that perceived? I think that's perceived. Perceived lack of freedom. Okay. And I use the word perceived here very intentionally. Just because you run into challenges doesn't mean that you're supposed to stop. I want to make this so clear because I could see like this grand fixed cross creating an energy for some people where they're like, well, this is just like, maybe it's just not meant to be. No, keep going. Do not back down. This is not a time to back down on anything. Okay. And I don't think you need to go and start fights necessarily, but you also don't need anybody telling you what you should or shouldn't be doing. I mean, if there's law enforcement involved, I don't know, for you judge that for yourself. But also out of this, with what's going on in the collective, there could also be that feeling that's created in the collective of, you know what? We have had enough of this bullshit. And we're going to make some real change here. We're going to put some real, like, we're going to like really turn the wheels and like do something different. And we're not going to back down anymore. Right. It's just like not taking no for an answer. All right. So just don't give up. If you're finding yourself in this situation, Don't give up. Don't give up. Um, I will also say too, Pluto is also still sextile Neptune. And Neptune is, like I said, starting to work with Mercury this week. And so that energy that's helping us to be very clear and very aligned with our mind and our souls of that like Piscean, Aries, fire, watery energy. Like we see what's possible, we see what we want, and like we're like, oh yeah, let's do it. Why not? Like there's no reason to hold back, right? And again, we're very clear on this. And there also may be some very clear communication that coincides with this, or very clear planning that coincides with this too. Now, that sextile to Pluto is all about opening doors for change. Now, keep in mind, Pluto y it's not like Uranus, where Uranus is like, "Change, change, change," but Pluto likes change. Pluto likes to transform, right? But with a sextile, sextiles are about opportunities, enhanced energy, increased energy, opening doors. So Pluto may actually unexpectedly have like a domino effect here with whatever it is that you're saying or communicating with people, whatever plans that you're orchestrating or putting together, or even just again, like getting very clear on uh what you haven't been allowing yourself to see or receive, right? It can feel it. Like even as I'm tuning into and talking about it, there may be a little bit of a ripple effect here where whatever you're getting into now, whatever you're experiencing now, whatever you're allowing yourself to see and believe now, there's going to be domino effects to come, and I'm hearing for months. So for example, let's say you decide you want to get involved in like, I don't know, a nonprofit or volunteer work. And let's say you go and you do that. You may suddenly get a job offer with that organization. You may suddenly meet like a bunch of new friends, and they may introduce you to other people that lead you to opportunities to travel, opportunities to learn different skills, opportunities to network. Again, social energy and networking is huge for the next few months. You know what I mean? It's like that's what I mean. And it may set you on a path that really changes a lot of things for you, or even changes you as a person. So that's what I'm getting at. The people you speak to, the opportunities you decide to take right now, the relationships you decide to nurture, the creative projects you decide to, get off the ground or flourish or nurture, etc. Um, there's one more that wanted to be said here. There's one more that wanted to be said. Even if you're just doing things for fun, fun is part of this too. I want to make that clear. Even if you're just doing things for fun, you may be unknowingly getting into like right time, right place, right people, and has a domino effect of giving you opportunities after opportunities after opportunities that allow for big change in your life. Okay? Just saying. So be aware of that this week. Get out this week. Try things this week, especially if like you've been feeling the need to do certain things or to have certain experiences or go talk to certain people. Do it. Do it. Do it. Nothing wrong with some opportunities. Um, yeah, that's all I have to say about that section of energy. It's definitely the dominant energy, everything that I just spoke about, the grand trine, the grand fixed cross, the Saturn Neptune conjunction, the way it's affecting all these like aspects here. Now, where this is going to affect you in your chart, okay? I would so keep in mind, because the grand fixed cross affects all the fixed signs. If you have any fixed sign placements or angles in your chart, you may really feel this, especially if it's like early degrees, like 0 to 5 degrees. But if you're like looking for like in your natal chart on your houses based off your rising sign of just like, well, where is this going to hit me? I would say, to make it simple, prioritize Leo. You could look at all the other fixed signs. I would prioritize Leo. Lero. Lero. Uh, Leo, 0 to 5 degrees. And I'm going to give you another range here. Pisces, 25 degrees to Aries, 5 degrees. Some of you that's going to be in one house. Some of you that's going to be in two houses. Some of you guys like whole house systems. Everyone's different. But that's where I would look for all of this shit going down that I just talked about. Okay. Leo, 0 to 5 degrees. You can look at the rest of the fixed signs if you want to. And 25 degrees Pisces to 5 degrees Aries. Okay. Now, wait, where's my second one? Oh, there it is. I'm like losing all my papers. All right. So moving on. These next two are pretty straightforward. The first one just was very complex. I mean, even if you see my notes, it was like Took me a while to piece it all together mathematically. So, second cluster of energy. Sorry, I'm just like looking at it. It's like making me giddy. This next energy is speaking to the unexpected healthy opportunities that are coming in. And again, when I say healthy, I just didn't have a better word for it. You could perceive these as healthy opportunities, opportunities that are going to elevate you, take you up to the next level in some way, shape, or form, or take you into like out of thank you take you out of some cyclical experiences, but it's up to you to receive it. I want to make that very clear. We are still in this like lessons of receive, embrace, accept, be present, be open, be open. Okay, now again, healthy, elevated, or taking you out of certain cyclical experiences. It feels like a level up is what it feels like to me. So we have Venus and Pisces that is conjunct Saturn in Pisces and the North Node in Pisces. So we have Venus, Saturn, and the North Node working together. And all of them are sextile Uranus. Again, I keep getting this feeling like this is a week where what we decide to nurture, initiate, say yes to is setting up major domino effects for months to come. And I want to say probably up till June, actually, knowing what I know about Mars, Jupiter, and just the energies that I'm feeling for the collective as of right now. Everything's subject to change. But yeah, so be aware. Be aware of that. Like, what do you want to experience for the next few months? What kind of opportunities do you want to have? Do you want to have social experiences? Go out, meet some people, try some things. You may be shocked at the people that are going to be in your life like 3-4 months from now, right? I forgot what month we're in for a second. I thought we were in March for a second. If you want like opportunities to travel, maybe start like researching, maybe start like putting feelers out there, maybe start looking up some flights, maybe start saving some money and see what happens. If you want like new work opportunities, right? Like maybe go to a networking event or maybe like email some people that you used to work with and just see what unfolds there. If you want to take a course, even like that would probably set you up for a lot of things like meeting people and opportunities for later for enhancing those skills or using those skills, right? Again, just making friends. So you guys get it. You get it. Yeah. So just embrace it. Again, these particular opportunities, I'm getting money and finances, play and fun and creativity, relationships and romance for sure. For sure. For sure. Now, where this is going to be hitting your charts, Pisces 25 to 29 degrees. So take a look at that house for you, where Pisces 25 to 29 degrees falls. What does that house represent? What planets are there? What aspects is that creating in your own personal natal chart? Pay attention to that. That is where you can have this domino effect come into play. And again, unexpected opportunities and events happening this week. Pay attention. Pay attention. If it's a travel house, get in your car and go somewhere else, for example, right? Like that's how you use these energies to your advantage. You can also look at Taurus because obviously Uranus is in Taurus, but I would prioritize Pisces if you're trying to keep it simple. And then the last little cluster, oh, Jupiter. So it's interesting because Jupiter's the aspects I'm about to speak on. Pisces to 25 degrees was that. So Pisces 25 to 29 degrees. Pisces 25 to 29 degrees. So the aspects I'm about to speak on in relation to Jupiter, they've actually been there. And every time I looked at it, my team was like, you don't need to talk about that right now. You don't need to talk about that right now. You don't need to talk about that right now. And I was like, okay. And it did seem kind of minor compared to everything else that's been going on the last couple weeks. But this week they wanted me to talk about it. And I think it's because it's just really strong this week. And there's also some Chiron activity around it, which by the way, thank God Mars is not squaring off Chiron anymore. I know I was sick of that energy. I'm sure you guys were sick of that energy. That belly of the beast energy. I'm so happy that's over. Anyway, so Jupiter's been in Gemini. Jupiter's going to move into Cancer June 9th. We're pretty sure that's the day. Now, like I said, I really hope I have time to do a video on this, like the way that Mars Leo and Jupiter Gemini are dancing, because I already kind of talked about Mars Leo and Jupiter Gemini, but come June, Jupiter is going to move into Cancer and Mars is going to move into Virgo. And that's going to be a very different energy, right? So, like from now until June, we have this potential like domino effect of what we decide this week to invest in, to nurture, to start, etc. Right? Well, Jupiter's in Gemini, sextile Mars and Leo. There's also going to be this amplified assistance, if you will, of making connections, talking to people, meeting people, getting things going, getting things off the ground, creating, having fun, just experiencing life. But it is going to be bringing in constant expansion to something in our life in relation to Leo and Gemini. Probably look at your houses for what is expanding in your life in that way. And then when that switch happens in June, when Jupiter goes into Cancer and Mars goes into Virgo, they're still going to be sextile, but it changes the focus. I feel like I'm yelling. Sorry. Amy, thank you for the $3. Thank you. Appreciate you. I'm trying to heart it, but it won't let me. But I see it and I appreciate it. It shifts the focus. It shifts the focus from new experiences, learning, being really active, leading, being confident, playing around, creating, meeting people, all of that stuff, to cultivate, to making something solid, making something safe. So yeah, it's like the next couple months, expansion, creation, meeting people, and then we hit June and it's like, how do we lock this in? How do we lock this down? How do we keep this solid? How do we keep this stable? But it's coming from this place of like Virgo, right? Very focused, very practical, very like on it. And then Cancer, nurturing, keeping something secure, having our emotions tied to that, having love tied to that, really watering it every day, right? So again, if there are things you want in your life in the long term, decide this week, make steps now, and watch the magic unfold all the way up until June. And then come June, not only will you be experiencing it, living it, but you're going to be maintaining it. You're going to be watering it every day and you're going to see what that can grow into. Like they're showing it to me like a seed and then turning it into a tree, right? So I know I was kind of like about it, but that's basically what's going on. Okay, so let's come back here. So Jupiter Gemini is trying a conjunction of Pallas and Chariclo in Aquarius, which is interesting in and of itself. Jupiter is also square Ceres in Pisces. I'm not worried about the square. Even when I tuned into it, I'm like, yeah, it doesn't even feel like it's really there. And probably because Ceres and Pisces is like literally the neighbor to Aquarius, where we have this conjunction of Pallas and Chariclo. So there's like a little bit of a bridging that's happening there. So again, I'm not worried about it, especially since Jupiter's so benefic. And we do still have Chiron Aries conjunction, sextile Chariclo. Now here's what this looks like. Chariclo, for those who are not familiar, Chariclo is the medicine woman. Okay. She loves to bring knowledge, insight, wisdom. She loves to heal. She loves to bring your real essence and your gifts and your talents, your unique self forward. That's what she likes. She likes music too. She likes healing, sound healing, especially because she likes music. Now, Pallas, thank you. Athena did come up as I was like getting ready to go into this reading, this weekly video, whatever. Also getting a lot of oranges, shades of orange coming in. But Athena may be a synchronicity for you. But Pallas in Aquarius, it's interesting because I feel like it's like taking that Chariclo essence, that Chariclo energy, that Chariclo theme, and really grounding it. Because Pallas is kind of Libran. Pallas really, likes to be associated with wisdom, resolutions, um, how we seek out harmony in our own life. Also art and beauty, very Libran. In Aquarius, it kind of takes that up a notch to having that flavor of more meaningful resolutions, bigger picture, right? Bigger picture harmony, bigger picture resolution, bigger picture wisdom. So there is this feeling of like how you as a person, uniquely you, right? How can you do this in your own life, but also how can you take that a step further? How are you finding harmony and balance for yourself? Are you aware of what you have actually learned and have you actually been putting it into practice? And then again, taking it up another level of like understanding yourself, having the strong sense of self, and this is what I can go out and do in the world if I want to. This is how I can bring more meaning to my own life. This is also how I can bring more meaning to other people's lives for those where that resonates. Not everybody resonates with that. Jupiter and Gemini is enhancing all of that. Okay. The series Pisces, again, like I said, I'm not worried about it. That square to Jupiter, it can sometimes feel like you want to like expand, you want to grow, you want to get in the mix. Again, this like higher purpose sort of energy. But series Pisces is like, maybe I should be a little self-focused right now. Maybe I should be taking care of myself a little bit more. Maybe I should be bubbling a little more. But again, it feels very like fleeting. If anything, I actually think that would serve you, right? It's like when you take moments to take care of yourself, then you can like be recharged and go out and do what you want to do. Hold on. Nikki, I am love. Thank you for the 4.99. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate very much. Um, yeah. So that's what I have to say about that. So you actually may feel just a stronger sense of purpose and meaning in your life, or again, wanting to experience things in your life that feel more meaningful across the board. Now, Cheroklo is sextile Chiron, while Eris is still backing Chiron. That's just more opportunities for healing where people need it. That's honestly all that is. It's just bringing more of the authentic self forward and seeing any illusions, masks, um, programming, blah, blah, blah. You guys know the drill that are basically keeping you from being who you really are and radiating in who you are. Now, I will say at the beginning of the week, the sun, while it's finishing off in Aries, is going to be conjunct Chiron. That is still going to have a little bit of a, like our own focus. Like it's going to be in our faces a little bit. It'll go be in our faces a little bit. But again, we've been in the depths of Chiron for weeks. It shouldn't feel like much of anything. Compared to Mars square Chiron, this is cake. Okay. This is cake. And if you're struggling, I feel you. It's okay. We all have those moments, but I promise you, this is not going to feel anything as crunchy as Mars square Chiron was these last couple weeks. Okay. But for where in your charts that you want to like, look at this as far as like what this could be coming up for you, I would focus on Aquarius actually, and then Aries second. If you want to look at Jupiter, you can. I mean, Gemini, you can, but I would focus on Aquarius, 15 to 25 degrees. And again, it's this feeling of like, what can bring more meaning to my life? How can I offer more meaning to other people's lives? Again, just having more of a sense of like being in the mix, being involved, that the way you're living or the way you like who you are as a person, yeah, just has more meaning, has more intention, more purpose. Like you're not just living a superficial life or you don't really want to anymore. The whole collective is going to feel this on some level. All right. But yeah, that's all the astrology of the week. Oh, 42 minutes. Guess I have a lot to say today. Trying to understand the transits, even with the chart, I'm not sure. It's okay. I totally understand that it's like, how do I want to say? It's like math. It's like math. And not everybody has a brain for that. And also, over time, it takes a while to like, how do I want to say, get your astrology eyes. I guess that's a good way to say it. Yeah. Sometimes it takes a while to like really get your astrology eyes. Like when you're looking at a chart and you're like, oh, I see this and I see that. But once you like learn, it's just like muscle memory, you know? Actually, and I'm sure they won't mind me sharing this. So I had a couple sessions this last week where we ran out of time to go over all the transits because like for both of their charts, there was just so much. And I was like, I don't want to leave you incomplete. And so I've been typing up all their transits. And I'm like, oh, this is taking a lot longer than I anticipated. But also, I'm like trying to type it up in a way where it's easy to understand. Cause, like, if you're not used to looking at charts in that way, it can be a lot, it can be a lot. And even as I was like, I'm typing it, I'm just like, I don't know. There's something about like typing it versus just like seeing it and writing notes. I don't know. It's very different. Anyway, my point is, I get it. I understand. I was gonna do a collective read, but I don't think it's necessary, especially just with like I'm noticing the time. So I think I'm gonna go directly into signs today instead of doing that collective read. I want to know what I should title this. What should I title this? I'm open to suggestions because there's a lot, but I'm very open. While I wait for you guys to respond, I'm gonna try to think of one myself here. Oh, maybe that's it. The setup for the next 6 months, 2025. It all starts now. I don't know. Be open to a lot. Why give up when you can give heart? Oh, that's cute. I like that. Domino effect. I do like that one. Domino effect. That set up our future. Yeah, that's kind of what I wrote too, Adam. It all starts now. I kind of wrote that one too. This week sets the precedent for summer. I kind of like that. Trusting the process while making it happen. It all starts now. I'm so like titles are so hard. I struggle with titles. I struggle with titles. Get off your lazy butt and lock in. You guys are funny. 6 months set up the catalyst. Okay, I think these are good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Whoo, we ready for signs? Animals. Why are the animals are calling me today? Interesting. I was gonna do just quick like tarot cards, but we may be hanging out a bit today, guys. I'm just filling into that. Give me a second. Because the animals definitely, they're like, come on, pick us. Okay. Okay, that's how we'll do it. Earth, water, and air. So I'm going to do animals for the elements, and then we're going to pull tarot cards for the signs. Okay. So that's how we're going to do it. So we're starting with fire because they always want to go first. They just do. And it's cool. I'm here for it. All right, fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for this week. I expect the fire sign reading to be very collective, given the grand trine. Yeah. And water. I expect fire and water to be very collective. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Messages for my fire signs for this week. What's going on for my... Oh, I'm getting dizzy. They're showing me Earth from an outside perspective. God, my words. They're showing me Earth from an outside perspective, like literally from like being out in space and looking at it from afar. That's really interesting. So that just screams perspective to me. Looking at the bigger picture. Oh, it's reminding me of what came up on Patreon last week of like being on the outside looking in. Okay. Aries, Leo, Sag. Some of you guys may be traveling, astral traveling a lot. It's giving me that floaty trance like feeling in between like feeling. Yeah, I'm like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Yeah, interesting. Some of you guys may be intentionally trying to astral travel or just like enhance your intuition. They just showed me tektite. Again, that's a meteorite. That's very much like, well, just comes from space, right? Maybe some of you guys are getting fixated on like galactic connections as well, even just astrology. No, this is like tuning in. I'm just gonna say tuning in. I just got hit with ancient history. Maybe that's an interest for some of you. You're wanting to tune in. That's what I'm getting. It's like some of you I think are very actively trying to tune in. I'm hearing don't tune in just to tune out. Interesting. Don't tune in just to tune out. Don't try to tune in or enhance your intuition just to escape. Maybe some guys are realizing you do that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm tuning into a collective that wants to do that, likes to do that because you feel kind of homesick or you feel like you just don't belong, you just feel out of place. Thank you. Ooh. So we have snake, Panther, almost I heard coyote. Maybe coyotes are also synchronicity. It could be working with trickster energy and zebra. Okay, I gotta pause. There's something with the coyote and trickster energy that's coming up here that I think you're actually purging. This is really interesting of how this is coming through. Some of you have been dealing with a trickstery energy, or it's been like following you. Some of you, it's actually just been an aspect of your own shadow, like a piece of you that you haven't wanted to deal with or acknowledge. And I feel like this is actually for people who have been escaping by tuning into just to tune out is how they were relaying that. Interesting. But I feel like that is like literally being purged and dealt with here. And it's by self acceptance. It's by self acceptance and finding home within yourself, right? Because it's like that's what that energy is. Like when we want to escape and we want to be in the void, we want to tune in just to tune out, right? It's like we don't want to be here. We don't want to be in our body. We don't feel good here. We don't feel at home here in the body, in the self. And that is what is being worked through here for my fire signs. That's really interesting. Not all of you, but some of you, that's how it's coming through. Um, Snake is about tuning into your untapped potential, unlocking even. Yeah, unlocking even. It's interesting. It's almost like what you've been seeking by tuning in just to tune out. Not to be cheesy, it's been in you all along. It's been you all along. It's been there all along. You just needed to unlock it. You needed to unlock it by going where you haven't. It's like the verbiage that's coming through here today. You had to unlock it by going to places within yourself you haven't gone to before. There's a lot of verbiage here having to do with like space, galaxy, even just like pop culture. Like go where you haven't gone before. You went to where you haven't gone before. We all go where we haven't gone before. It's like it's just giving me space travel. Um, Traveling the void, it's the same thing. Is what my team said. It's the same thing. I know it's coming in really fast today. Um, but yeah, going where you haven't gone before within yourself and you've been afraid to go there because it hasn't felt good. It's felt painful. It's felt painful. It's felt disconnected. It's felt unsafe. But this is something you've been working through or will be working through this week. Zebra is about the unique self, the eclectic self, and not being afraid to shine in that way. Panther is very cathartic. Panther is also ferocious. It's also feminine wisdom, not specifically in this deck, but that is what the medicine is. So yeah, you are tuning into a whole new level of self, but it is by acknowledging how you escape that aspect of yourself and not escaping it anymore. And not escaping it anymore. Some of you, this may also be coming up in terms of like habits, unhealthy habits or patterns. Like I'm getting like for some of you, it's like substance related, like smoking, drinking, shopping, food, sex, just calling it out. Um, yeah, how you like numb out, how you disconnect, how you disassociate. Some of you, these are patterns you thought you dealt with a long time ago, and it's like they've been inescapable. That's because you can't escape this part of you anymore, right? They've been inescapable because you can't escape this part of you anymore. Does that, right? Take that in. Yeah, these habits and these patterns have been that aspect of you screaming out for help, screaming out for recognition. Something about volume too. Volume. Some of you guys like a lot of noise. Whether that's just like watching a lot of like media content, social media, or just like having a lot of noise. And I'm just getting something about noise there. Um, I would even say like if some of these like habits and patterns like again come up like in that inescapable way, like you just can't like stop doing it or stop engaging in it. Um, there's almost something about I want to be careful with how I say this. There's almost something about being aware of how you feel when you're engaging with it to let yourself get into the root of it. It's like, I'm not saying like throw yourself into your bad habits. That's not what I'm saying. But it's like, if you're really struggling to stop, just giving yourself permission to really feel what you're feeling when you're doing it. Because you're trying to drown something out, you're trying to numb something out, or you're trying to escape something. And even as you engage in it, because you're escaping it, in a weird way, there's like little blimps of awareness of what that is. You understand what I'm saying? Very interesting. Okay, let's get some cards out here for the fire signs. All right, Aries 54, 54. Nines may be significant for you, Aries. I'm using Glow in the Dark Tarot. By the way, all the decks that I use are linked below for your convenience. And don't forget to hit the like button if you're here and you're watching and you're enjoying, so other people can find the video. The algorithm is very finicky and fickle and has been mad at me for quite some time. So I appreciate it, as do other people. All right. Oh, my heart is starting to hurt in your energy. Oh. Any messages or insights for Aries? For Aries. For Aries, please. For Aries. Seals are coming up. That's interesting. Maybe that's like a, animal for you. Seals. Maybe some sort of water animals. It's a very weird one for Aries. I mean, seals can't be playful. I guess they can also be kind of aggressive too. Oh, so maybe that's why. Justice. So remember what I said too with this week with that grand fixed cross? We can have high levels of feeling injustice, or that something is not okay, or something is really effed up because of that, the power of the competition and all of that gnarliness with the grand fixed cross. I'm feeling that here. Not in a bad way, but in a way of like, it's giving you something to focus on. That's interesting. Ooh, ow. It's giving you something to focus on. Justice and the King of Pentacles, Libra, Taurus. So a lot of Venus energy here, just in interesting expressions actually of Venus, now that I think about it, because it's not the soft part of Venus. It's giving me Lilith actually. It's not the soft part of Venus. It's very much like in the realm of justice with Venus energy, it's the wisdom of Venus. It's the diplomacy of Venus. It's not about pleasure. It's not about pleasure. It's about receiving and or giving in a way that balances the karmic forces. It's diplomacy. It's actually an interesting aspect of Venus we don't talk about a lot. And even the King of Pentacles being Taurus, right? It's like, it's a masculine energy. The King of Pentacles is masculine. Taurus is technically feminine. It's just interesting how these things are. But Taurus is Venus. And coming through as the King of Pentacles, it's about how, how do I want to say this? The stability and consistency of how we have comfort. But it's the brass tacks of it. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like both of these three Aries feels very much about like the brass tacks of what needs to happen for balance, for harmony, for what is right. It's very serious. It's very serious. Some of you, this is about work and finances and or legal matters specifically. And I'm getting more like work. I'm getting more work here. Anything else for Aries? Yeah, God, look, more pentacles. 9 of Pentacles coming out here. You feel like you're owed something for your own stability. That's what this is feeling like. You're feeling you are owed something in terms of your own stability, and it does feel very much about just you. I don't feel other people involved in this. But it's this feeling of like, I deserve stability, I deserve abundance, I deserve more money, I deserve this, I deserve that. It feels very material based. Nothing bad about that. It's part of our lives, right? I don't feel greed here. It just feels like, no, I am entitled to this. I am entitled to this. Maybe there has been something going on with work or your finances, and you're needing to just like be very firm about it. Thank you. Aries, I feel like there's a turning point that you're having here. I feel like up until recently, whatever has been like, making you kind of feel this way, the feelings are getting amplified. But instead of receiving it, I want to say it's actually more about you putting in some action here, initiating like maybe a step or two to actually make this happen. Like, I feel like a part of you's like been expecting something to receive something, but it's like you got to almost like make a step or two or an action to actually make it happen. Does that make sense? Can I get a card for justice for Aries? Yeah, 8 of Wands. Action. One more for justice. 8 of Wands is Mercury Sag. It's expansion, it's growth, it's movement, but it's unstoppable, but it's also communication. I think that's about you taking action here. Queen of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, this is reflection. So you're reflecting on this. And I think you're realizing yourself like, "Oh no, I'm the one that actually needs to like I need to do something here. I need to do something here. I need to get the ball rolling to balance this out to get what I deserve. To get what I deserve. To get what I deserve." Interesting. Okay. I'm going to use different decks for the different signs. Hold on a second. Oh, that might be a fun one for Leo. Wait. Oops. Sorry, Clyde. Clyde's over here. I've like in reconfiguring my office and everything. He's got a little spot by the window. He's very happy. All right. Yeah, let's move on to Leo. Leo's going to be interesting. Let me move all these boxes too. Okay. Leo. Messages or insights for Leo for this week? What's going on for my lions? This is an interesting message. Some of you feel like you don't have any cover. Like I'm getting this feeling of like being in the hot sun and like you can't find a tree to sit under. Like you don't have an umbrella. Like you can't hide from the light. You can't hide from the light. You can't hide from the sun. You're exposed. You're being seen. That's very Leo. That's very Leo. Why is it making you feel some kind of? It's like you're taking notice of it though. You're like hyper aware of it. Again, this could be very collective. You're hyper aware of it. So, in alignment with the metaphor, some of you may metaphorically have been feeling that like spirit or the universe cosmically has been like slowly taking away like places to hide or places to like have shade or cover. There's a reason for that if that's how you've been feeling. Again, metaphorically speaking. Any messages or insights for Leo for this week? What's going on for my lions here? Yeah, I'm getting this like tired lion energy. And it's like, I just want to rest. I just want to like be over here. I just want to like is there not like you're not scared. You're just, I feel like you're just tired. It's interesting. Leo, any messages or insights for Leo? And well, that is what an empress would do, right? Empress is very much like, I'm going to go take care of myself. I'm going to go chill. I'm going to find a nice spot to sit under. So maybe that's what it is, Leo. Maybe you're just like really wanting to, well, receive right now. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're just really wanting to like enjoy and rest and just kind of be. Sit pretty even. Any other messages or insights for Leo for this week? Oh. Ow. 10 of Swords. So Leo, you're clearly dealing with something this week, which I think is why you want a little cover. You want a little shade. You want a little break from prying eyes, dare I say. It feels more like prying eyes or like just like demands of life is honestly what it feels like. You're wanting to just like deal with this. Some of you I want to say are also facing the 10 of Swords. Like, what's another way to say that? You're acknowledging something painful. Some of you are acknowledging something painful that maybe it's taken you time to acknowledge. It is kind of the week for that. And probably by the end of the week, you're going to feel very differently about it. Yeah, again, it's like I'm getting it's like you are acknowledging some sort of 10 of swords that you have inside of your heart space and like wanting to just like deal with that, acknowledge that, and then it's like move on, right? Some of you, it's like you're actually wanting to have an ending of some kind to some level of like exposure, demands, prying eyes. Again, it's like cover. I need cover. I want cover. I need cover. I need shade. I need shade. Maybe you've also just been very active. Maybe you've been doing a lot. Maybe you're tired. Yeah. See, the Ace of Swords. With the Ten of Swords and the Ace of Swords, there's a Nine of Swords energy here. This is interesting. I want to get really deep into this with you. I feel like there's something deeper going on here. With the Ace of Swords, this feels like it's coming in towards the end of the week, where again, you have clarity over this internal Ten of Swords you've been carrying around, or you're very clear on what you don't want to experience anymore. Can I get a card for the Ten of Swords for Leo? Yeah, it's almost like something has become too demanding or too harsh or too like intensive, too energetically intensive. And some of you are just have been carrying something around that you don't need to carry around anymore. Tell me about the Ten of Swords for Leo. Oh, they got so many swords. Knight of Swords. Oh, we're getting another one there. We're getting another one there. Chariot. So, Leo, if this is about something that you've been harboring and carrying with you, I want to say it's about some sort of conversation or some sort of like, yeah, it's like some sort of conversation or something was said to you that made this very clear that like you don't want any part of it anymore. Or it's just we're really stinging words and it's been very hard for you to let go of it. And it's been kind of weighing on your heart. But with the Chariot, I also see that this is you like letting it go. And with Ace of Swords, also confirming that you're letting it go. But if this is about some sort of situation or environment that's become too intensive for you, too draining for you, too taxing for you, this is you saying, I'm peacing out. This is you declaring your exit. Can I get a card for the Empress for Leo? You're like, I'm off to another pride land where there's trees and water. Tell me about the Empress for Leo. Yeah, some of you, it's like the wells just run dry. Am I taking these two? Yeah. Queen of Swords and the Page of Cups. This is you taking time to really get into your heart space and understand what it is you really want and what you really need. And then we also have, strength, more Leo energy with the Five of Cups. So again, Leo, whether this is like a situation or environment has become inhabitable, like it's literally giving me like sparse land with very few trees and no water, and you want to go to where there's water and trees, metaphorically speaking. Or this is pertaining to something you've been carrying around in your heart and probably rooted in something someone said to you or rooted in some sort of really painful conversation and you just haven't been able to let it go or let their words go. It's very fixed sign, you know? And this is you getting clear that, oh, I have been carrying this around and it has been weighing on my soul and I need to let this go. So that's the two ways that I'm getting this, Leo. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's move into Sag. Sag, you're going to do classic Rider Waite. Okay. Saggy. Sagittarius. Any messages or insights for Sagittarius for this week? What's going on for Saggy? Actually, let me move all the cards here. Kind of taking up too much space. I just like left the Leo and the Aries reads. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Sagittarius. Any messages or insights for Sagittarius? For Saggy's highest good. Let's see. Normally, Sag, when I get into your energy, it feels playful. It feels light. It's not feeling that way today. It's not feeling that way today. What's going on? It's feeling a little heavy. It's feeling a little slow. Could be all the Pisces energy, hampering, dampering your fire a little bit. Almost like wanted to say, like you almost feel like waterlogged energetically. Oh, okay. We have 6 of Wands. Okay, that's a really positive card. Oh, oh, Queen of Swords and the 6 of Swords. So sixes could be synchronistic for you. I'm getting this feeling like you're bouncing from a party. It's interesting because I was getting this water energy, and like when the 6 of Wands came out, I was like, oh, that is so not what I expected because your energy felt kind of heavy. Your energy felt kind of slow. Your energy felt like I really want to say dampered by water, put out by water. And I see you moving into the 6 of Swords energy. You are moving away from something. But with the 6 of Wands, it's almost like some of you, I'm getting this feeling like you are moving away from a very celebratory space, but maybe something about it doesn't feel right for you. But even as you're moving into the 6 of Swords, the 6 of Swords is what feels heavy to me. It almost gives me like a 5 of Cups, like 5 of Cups, 3 of Cups, like you're leaving behind something that did bring you some joy and celebration and maybe even some like accolades of some kind. And I'm like, why would you leave that? I don't know. It's interesting. Why would you leave that? Why would you leave that? Maybe you feel like you don't have a choice, or maybe you feel like it's your best option. The Queen of Swords is pretty discerning. I expect the Queen of Swords to come out a lot today, just with the nature of like Neptune and Mercury, what it's doing and creating, even though this has nothing to do with Libra. It's giving this very like mind soul connection, right? In intelligence and intuition, which is very Queen of Swords. Um, yeah, this is a smart decision. It's an odd decision. It's a smart decision. Tell me about this. Yeah, 8 of Cups. More water, right? More water. Tell me about the 6 of Swords for Sagittarius. Oh, I feel like I'm literally just in sheer Pisces energy. Yeah, you feel like it's the right thing. Another 6. You have 3 6s out of 5 cards, by the way. So 666 may be big for you. But Justice with the 6 of Pentacles. This is the right thing for you to do. It doesn't matter what was going on over here. It doesn't matter how good it felt. This is the better path. This is the better choice. It's balanced. You're also receiving something here. Some of you could be receiving your just dues is also what I'm hearing. Like some sort of payout for some of you. Some of you, this is purely a financial move on your part. Maybe you're also going for like from partying, like partying a lot to partying less and working more. That could even be the case too. But this is the right choice. It's just very clear. But some people may be questioning why you're doing this. Can I get a card for the Queen of Swords for Sagittarius? Yeah, you've taken some time. You didn't make this decision lightly. 4 of Swords. The 4 of Swords and the 6 of Swords, there's a 2 of Swords energy. You made this choice. It was up to you. You did this. You put this into action. I'm starting to feel like this is a theme for the collective. Like, actually, I guess I did kind of say it in the astrology portion, where there is a lot of interesting opportunities to be had this week that will be a domino effect for the future. But you do kind of like got to get out there. You do kind of have to like make these choices. Yeah, you didn't take this decision lightly. You didn't make it lightly. You took time with it. Can I get a card for the 6 of Wands? Like, what is that about? I feel like that's representing again what you're leaving behind here. Interesting. Knight of Swords. Who's the last one I just did? Leo. Leo also had Knight of Swords. One more, please, for the 6 of Wands and the Knight of Swords for Sag. Why is this Knight of Swords here? Oh! Okay, yeah. Whatever you were in, Sagittarius, it might have felt good, but I want to say you saw the light. Honestly, that's what I like you saw the light. And it might have been in a conversation. Um, But if anything, I feel like you probably said something once you saw the light. That's how that's feeling for me. Um, you saw it was unhealthy, you saw it was toxic, and you were like, "Oh, oh, uh-uh. No, no, no." And again, you took time. You took time with it, but you're like, "Yeah, I need to I need to move on. I need to get out of this. I need to not be involved in this." And with the 6 of Pentacles too, it does seem like, there may even be a little bit of aid or help in your transition here. But yeah, you saw the light about something. Good for you. All right. Moving on to the next element. Let's see here. We're doing Earth next. Earthykins. 15:45. Where's my water? Okay. Oh. All right. Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Messages or insights from our Earth signs for this week. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm getting like very weird Hall of a Mentee vibes, but it's like it's not really Halls of a Mentee. It's like you're walking down a hallway and then you open a door and there's like it's like an empty there's like nothing. It's like literally a void. And you close it and you're like walking and you're like, "Oh, nope. Nope. Nope." So Earth signs, I'm getting this feeling that like you keep hitting dead ends or something like that. Like you keep hitting dead ends, or it's like the more you try to make something work, like yeah, the more dead ends you run into. It's very interesting. That makes me feel like spirit is being very almost strict with you of what they're allowing you to venture into. I don't know. That's like so weird. Okay. Don't know what to make of that. Let's just keep going. Any messages or insights from my Earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Yeah, it's like possibilities that you thought were for you are not. Okay, now I can't shake this feeling or signs. It's like you've been like trying to venture or dabble into things that are not for you. Thank you. Some of you, it's been your attempt to maintain something. Like, okay, how do I want to go about this? Let's say it's a relationship, just an example. Let's say it's a relationship. And let's say it's actually a relationship that should end. Maybe it's a relationship that's really unhealthy for you. But you're like, maybe if we go on this trip, it'll change things. Maybe if we get engaged, it'll change things. Maybe if we like do this activity together, it'll change things. But really, you just need to get out. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's almost giving me the vibe of like, just walk down the hallway and go through the exit. Stop looking into these other doors. Stop looking into what you may or may not be able to do in this particular situation. Just get out. Thank you. That's totally what it is. Just get out. Any other messages or insights from my Earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The reason I'm laughing, because Hawk is the card of spirit trying to guide you somewhere. Yeah, okay. So Earth signs, whoever's going to resonate with this, and it is a general reading, spirit is being very clear with you, whether you want to listen or not. And I'm getting the feeling you're having a hard time. You're having a hard time receiving this or listening. Spirit is trying really hard to get you to go in a certain direction. And I feel like you're just like, you just are not having it. Being very direct with you. Very clear. Anything else from my Earth signs? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Just get out. Vulture, death. This is death magic. This is about the eating away what doesn't serve anymore. It's being done. Spirit is being very clear. They're trying to show you, they're trying to usher you towards the exit sign. And you're like, what's over here? But wait, I haven't looked over here yet. But wait, let's check this out. And Spirit's like, can you just leave? Can you just follow the exit sign and go? It's very, again, Spirit's just being very, very direct today. Can I get a third card for my earth signs? Yeah, I think you are resisting this with Panther. Panther is, again, it's a cathartic energy. It's a ferocious energy, but it's also wisdom. I just feel like you are not Cobra. Cobra sometimes can be like a, weight energy, but I also feel like it's very Saturnian. Like it also speaks of being a mentor mentee energy. I feel like this is the eyes of spirit being like, come on, come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Curious was underneath that. Yeah, I'm hearing the word mesmerized. On the top, we have lion and hyena. So it's like there is some sort of illusion here that's at play with you. I just don't think you want to see the exit. That's honestly what I feel. I just feel like you are not willing right now to see the exit for whatever reason or another, or the ending of something. It doesn't have to be like a physical situation, like a relationship or a job. It absolutely could be that for some of you. But again, it could also be like a pattern of behavior. Okay. That a certain pattern of behavior or a lifestyle choice, like it's just holding you back at this point, and there's nothing else to be learned or gained from it. There's no safety in it anymore. Like, especially if it's like a coping mechanism or a habit, sometimes we like, we develop those because, right, we're trying to cope. We're trying to feel safe. And that can serve us. That really can serve us for a while until we've grown. And then we get to a point where we have actually like our life is requiring us to outgrow it so we can keep growing and learning, right? Some of you, that's definitely what it is, like a pattern of behavior. But let's go ahead and get into Taurus. Excuse me. Taurus, you guys are going to get Rider Waite. Thanks, Barbie. Taurus, what's going on for my Taurians, for my bulls? We got any bulls in here? Got some bull gang in here? Taurus, what's going on for Taurus this week? Any messages or insights for Taurus? Any messages or insights for Taurus? You're more blessed than you realize, Taurus. They're highlighting that. I feel like this whole reading, I mean, again, we're starting with earth signs and now we're getting into each sign, but like, I feel like there's a little bit of fighting your own blessings here. Or just like not allowing them to come in because you're not allowing yourself to move on. Ace of Pentacles. This is a card of a blessing, a new opportunity. It's usually my ace for elevated experience or elevated timeline. Not for everybody, but I do see it that way. Sometimes it's a card of second chances, but this is what's available to you, but you got to allow yourself to just move on to receive that. I feel like Spirit's actually trying to drop it into your hands. As I say that, the Hierophant comes out. Hierophant can be about institutions, right? Like government, beliefs, organized religion, ethics, values, contracts, obligations. But sometimes it can represent spirit. Sometimes it is like a high priest energy. And I do feel like Spirit is trying to drop this into your hands. Some of you, this is also about being presented with a new opportunity or commitment. It's like it's screaming commitment energy. I'm feeling job for most of you, and some of you that could be a relationship. But it's whatever. Oh my God, words. I'm sorry. Devotion was the word I was trying to get to. It requires your devotion. It requires your devotion. I keep getting you have to get out to like receive this. Can I get a third card, please, for Taurus? And there's the fighting. There's you fighting it. I like earth signs are really crystal clear today. It's available to you and you're fighting it. It's super clear. It's like I don't like there's really nothing else to be said here. Tell me about the Five of Wands. Tell me more about the nature of the Five of Wands for Taurus. And remember, we have a grand fixed cross. So Taurus, you are a fixed sign. All my fixed sign babies who have like 0 to 5 degrees, like placements or angles in a fixed sign, may all have a little flavor of this, of like resistance. With the 5 of Wands, we have Queen of Swords. You're fighting the truth. You're fighting the truth of what you know about this situation. So let's look at the Ace of Pentacles. What's the Ace of Pentacles about here for Taurus? What's this, the context of the Ace of Pentacles for Taurus? Receiving, Queen of Pentacles. The Queen receiving her pentacle. Queen receiving her ticket, her access to stability, to fertility, to health, to abundance. Security is a big word that's coming through there. And this is you fighting it. 2 of Swords. You don't really know what to do here. Receive it. Honestly, I'm like, it's just very blatantly clear. All right, let's go ahead and get into Virgo. Virgo, where are we going with Virgo? Virgo, you're going to get the unicorns today. Virgo, any messages or insights for Virgo? Some of you guys are overworking. That came through really quickly. Some of you guys are trying, like, some of you guys are working too hard. Some of you guys are exerting too much energy. Some of you guys are forcing something. Some of you guys are trying to force something. I want to say, relax, take a little break, do something a little fun, do something that just like nurtures you and feels good. Virgo, messages or insights for Virgo for this week? Yeah, you're working too hard. 9 of Wands. You're being relentless. Not a bad word. I like this word here for you. I get it. You don't want to give up. And again, the energy towards the end of the week is about not giving up, but not to the point where you're going to burn out, right? Don't give up in the face of opposition and bullshit people who don't want you to have what you want. Don't give up there. But don't give up to the point of exhaustion either. Right? Right? That's what I'm getting with that 9 of Wands energy. Balance, right? Balance is key. It's like, it's giving me work-life balance, Virgo. Yeah, like just make some room for some fun, for some play, for just like a little like rejuvenation. Anything else for Virgo? Oh, Virgo. You're really trying hard to win. That's what I'm seeing. You're trying really hard to win. 9 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. The 9 of Wands with the 6 of Wands, there's a 3 of Wands energy there. Expectation of receiving due to your efforts. And it is as the King of Pentacles, which again is really highlighting that you are exerting energy here. And again, this feels very work related to me, or in terms of money. You're working too hard. I can't emphasize it enough. Yes, there's a lot of action-oriented energy this week, but you don't have to burn out. And that's the other thing too. It's like there's working hard and not giving up, and then there's forcing something against what is actually in alignment. There's forcing something to the point where it's unnatural, right? Why are you working so hard? Can I get a card for the flying out of my hands? 3 of Pentacles. I was trying to focus on the 9 of Wands here. So also interesting. 9 of Wands with the 3 of Pentacles, that is really out of balance. And what I mean by that is 9 of Wands is the effort of 1 wand, 2 wand, 3 wand, 4 wand, 5 wand, 6 wand, 7 wand, 8 wand, 9 wand for the results of a 3 of Pentacles. It's a 9 effort for a 3 result. You see what I'm saying? It's like there's something that you're putting so much effort into, and it's like there's a reason it's not growing. There's a reason it's I don't want to say stagnating, but kind of. 3 of Pentacles is like barely something has like sprouted, barely. It's like it's also plans and networking. Okay. Some of you may be struggling with who you are working with or around. I'm getting just heavy work and money with you. So that's just what I'm going to speak to it as. But if you know that this is pertaining to like friendships or anything like that, then you know. But yeah, it's like I'm just getting burnout. I'm getting burnout. It's like you're putting way too much energy into whatever this is. Um, Again, with the expectation of succeeding, which I'm not saying you're not going to succeed, but if something's not growing, no matter how much you water it, no matter how much sun you allow it to have, a lot of garden like verbiage here, because I'm learning to garden right now. I might do videos on it, but we'll see. Anyway, yeah, it like for a 9 effort, it should be at least a 8, not a 3. And if this is about relationships, because I'm also getting 2, it's like there's maybe a little trouble with like teamwork or trouble with like collaborating with people or getting on the same page with people. And I want to say, just being honest, Virgo, I'm getting a guarded energy with that, feeling a little guarded about it, a little guarded to be open to teamwork in what it requires to be a team. Yeah, just be mindful that you're not, and I say this with love. Please don't come for me in the comments. I have to be honest with what I'm getting. We're all human and we're not perfect, but I am getting a little bit of ego here of you want to win. King of Pentacles and 6 of Wands, that's someone who wants to win. That's someone who wants to be the leader. That's someone who wants to be the top dog. But if you are like working with people in whatever this is, I think that's also why it's like not going as you expect. Because that's not really teamwork. That's not being a team player, right? Sorry, I just got to call it. Maybe this is about someone you know. Doesn't have to be you. I'm just saying. Can I get a card for the King of Pentacles? And then we'll move on because I think this is a pretty clear reading. What about the King of Pentacles? Or Virgo? Ooh! Yeah. 7 of Swords. Oh, Virgo, 4 of Pentacles, Justice, and the Sun. You're blocking Justice and the Sun here. And then King of Swords. There's a lot of King energy here. So again, I think you're the King of Pentacles here. And to have the 7 of Swords and the King of Swords, you're not seeing this clearly. You're not seeing why this isn't working according to your expectations. You could also be dealing with someone who has like the same energy as you, like masculine to masculine, right? So there could also just be too many like cooks in the kitchen if this is about a work situation or a team situation, even a friendship situation. But yeah, it's like you're not seeing this clearly. 7 of Swords also can pertain to sabotage, self-sabotage, whether we know it or not. And that 4 of Pentacles, the way that you are holding in this, the way that you are like forcing this, putting so much energy and effort into this and not yielding on your stance or your view of this, you're blocking Justice in the Sun, literally. And that could be had here, but you got to take a step back a little bit, right? You got to take a step back, go and have some fun, take care of you, not get too entrenched in this and start to see how the energy lifts. And if this is about like a trust issue thing of like being open to people versus like being the one in like control or like the one who's like winning, it also requires you to open up your heart space a little bit and to start trusting and letting go. Okay? Be open to receive, Virgo. Be open to receive, even if it's also receiving other people, receiving help, receiving teamwork, or receiving just a day off and some pleasure. Okay? All right. Capricorn. Clyde looks so cute. Yeah, I'm talking about you. He just like, yeah, I'm talking about you. I know you love that new spot. Okay, Capricorn. What's going on for my Cappies this week? Ooh, roses are coming through. I like that. That's very promising. We know roses are about love, but roses to me are also a flower of mastery, a mastery of self. I'm hearing full bloom. Yeah, Capricorns, I'm liking what's coming in for you. It just feels fairly positive. Capricorn. Any messages or insights for Capricorns this week? I feel the need to almost like breathe something out. Breath work may be important for you. You may feel relieved about something this week. I want to say because you got clear on something this week. I feel like some of you guys are coming to some sort of clear solution. Oh. Oh. Are we in for a love reading, Capricorn? Interesting. Ace of Cups, Strength, and the Two of Cups. Ace of Cups and Two of Cups, pretty indicative of some sort of connection. Heart-to-heart connection. Doesn't have to be romance, but it's kind of feeling that way. And we did get the rose earlier. Just saying. Not going to be for everybody. But there's a relationship that's on your mind this week. And it's interesting with the Strength card because I'm wondering, like, if you're trying to hold yourself back or wondering if it's time to not hold back as much. It's giving me this little feeling of like almost like a levee, right? It's like, let me open a little and then no, let's take it back. Like, no, no. It's like a constant gauging. It's like you're gauging how open or not open you should be to whoever this is. Again, doesn't have to be romantic. I think it is for a lot of you though. Can I get a card for the Two of Cups? Let's look at the nature of this connection. I can't. Like, this is definitely just like a relationship read. Oh, you're wondering if you should take a chance. I do kind of miss doing love readings. I can't lie. As much as I love doing love readings, I just know they breed codependency for a lot of people, and I don't want to do that. Okay. That looks like taking a chance on somebody. Let's look at the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is your heart. It's your awareness of what you're feeling. Okay. Tell me what the Ace of Cups for Capricorn. Yeah, you're deciding if you should be open to this or not. We have Chariot and the Four of Cups. This is you you with your emotions and you're evaluating. Do I open? Do I not? Do I keep holding back? Do I go forward? Do I go for it? Do I gun it? It's interesting. A lot of Cancer energy here. Four of Cups and the Chariot and the Two of Cups are both Cancer, are all three Cancer energies. Also a little bit of Leo. Could have a cuspy going on in here. But yeah, tell me about strength. Sometimes we need a good telenovela. Well, maybe I'll throw love reads out here every once in a while. Because again, I do miss them. There's just something rewarding about them. Especially when they're like this, because this is like feeling really nice. Can I get a card for the Strength card, please, for Capricorn? Yeah, you're just like back and forth on like, is it time? Is it? Do I open? Do I not? Do I receive this? Do I give this? But it's like it's not being worried. You're not worried. You're literally feeling it out. You're gauging how much you should like let the levee open. It's very cute, actually. And remember, for the Earth sign collective reading, it was all about like letting spirit guide you, right? I feel like you are really in your water about this. You're really in your heart and your soul about this. So I feel like you're like really tuning in with spirit and your own spirit, really. If it's time to like transition into this, it feels like into, it doesn't feel out of, it feels into. So this also tells me it's probably been hanging around for a while. Yeah, this tells me it's also probably been hanging around for a while, this particular person, connection, what have you. Can I get one more on the Two of Cups with the Fool? Oh, Cappies. I think you're going to be in a relationship. Look at that. Three of Cups and the King of Cups. I mean, that says taking a risk in what you want and who you want to deal with and having a good time and coming together. Again, after some evaluation, right? Because this is you like, do I go for it? Do I not? Oh, I want to give. I don't know. I think you are. Honestly, I think you're going to do it. I think you're going to do it. I love this. I love this for you, Cappies. Cappies, you guys have had a hard time. Okay. I mean, Pluto was drilling down on your sign for the longest time. And then it moved into Aquarius and like it started to alleviate. But like, I feel like my cardinal signs, especially, have just been like going through the ringer for a long time. You deserve this. I don't think I've seen this in a Capricorn reading in a long time. Dare I even say ever? Because like there's something about this where there's so many cups, by the way. I can't get over how many cups there are. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Three of Cups, Four of Cups, King of Cups, the Chariot, Cancer, right? It's very clear. It also feels very effortless, and there's no worry about it either, which tells me that there is something about it that feels easy. It's just a matter of if it's time or not. You deserve it. You deserve it, Cappies. Okay. Let's go ahead. Who's next? Water. Oh, speaking of water, water's next. A lot of noises outside. But yeah, I've like on a random note, I've really been enjoying learning about gardening. It's definitely been a learning curve, and I've been taking it very, very slow because there's so much to learn. And I have been recording little things along the way, and I'm like, I do want to like share this with you guys because it's also just like informational, educational. Because even as I've been like trying to learn stuff, it's like, wow, it'd be nice if like I don't know. There were also just like very clear cut specific videos on different things in relation to gardening. And I know there's information out there, but I mean, in relation to even just BOMISpirit, it would be nice. Anyway, ramble. Okay. Yes, please do videos. Yeah, and like even yesterday, so I had to go and get another pot and they gave me a free plant. That's the thing I've noticed too. So like, okay, sorry. I'll redo the timestamps. I'm just excited to share. Um So I've noticed, like, the more I've engaged in, like, just gardening in general, like, I've been gotten so many free plants. It also just makes me feel like it's something that's worth doing right now. But look at this little guy. So pretty. I mean, he's a little battered. I had to, like, freshen him up a little bit. But, like, how cute. Also, just, like, every time I get a plant, I, like, research the hell out of it because of the nerd that I am. I can't help myself. So I'm already building, like, quite a little Rolodex of just plant information. Anyway, redoing the timestamp. 42. Okay. I would watch this. Oh, then maybe I will. We'll see how the algorithm responds. That's the thing with YouTube. Like, they don't want anyone to change ever. So when you start putting like new content on your channel, the algorithm like literally doesn't circulate it as much. Like literally, that's just what happens if it's different than what you've been posting. Um, so I don't know. Maybe I'll make a whole new channel for it. I don't know. We'll see. I also want to keep it fun and not arduous. It's such a great feeling to watch baby plants grow. You'll fall in addiction with plants. I feel like I'm already there, but I've been very slow about it. And like I said, a lot of plants I've gotten for free. So, all right. Water. Maybe there's something in there for you, water signs. Water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Any messages or insights for my water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You guys have been dealing with storm energy very well. They're showing me a tornado. I feel like saw that sometime the last couple weeks. And when I say storm, I mean like the chaos that Uranus has been creating. You've been managing it well, is what I'm seeing. It's almost like you can see it coming and you just know how to prepare. Yeah, you can see it coming and you know how to prepare. So this is about you learning how to navigate and prepare properly. Okay. Maybe you're doing some actual preparation for some upcoming challenges. Even just globally, we know there's a lot going on right now, right? Okay. Any messages or insights for my water signs? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Ooh. Starfish. Okay. So starfish sometimes can speak to actually superficial energy. I don't feel superficial with you, but it also has a star quality to it where it is pretty, it's attractive, it's magnetic. Everybody notices the starfish. That's how it's described. And it is my star card in this deck. So it's interesting. I feel like you are self-focused right now. I feel like water signs, you're self-focused. I feel like you've been doing a lot in learning how to navigate change and chaos and finding your calm in the storm, whenever whatever storms of life hit or have hit. Yeah, it feels very much like you've been just focusing on how to maintain your balance and how to be present. That's what I feel with you. So you've been minding your business, essentially. Water signs, you've been minding your business. But there's something about you that's attractive this week. And maybe it's because you've been so focused. We know how energy works. The more self-focused you are, the more people notice you. It's just like, just is what it is, right? So that's what I'm getting so far. You've been minding your business in the ways I've already described, and people are taking notice of you. Am I taking these? Whoa, no. Okay. Any other messages or insights? Oh, water signs. Okay, this is a good week to be a water sign. We have the swan. The swan can speak to partnerships. So again, you could be attracting people to you, maybe people who want to be involved with you, engaged with you. Doesn't have to be romantic. Could even just be like, want to be your friend, like want to get to know you, think you're interesting, right? Swan is also a card of feeling whole and complete within yourself, which makes sense because I keep feeling like you have been learning how to maintain your peace, maintain who you are, not lose your center, no matter what craziness is going on. You've been very, very self focused in learning self regulation. Okay. And again, it's making you very attractive. Yeah, this is giving me the vibes of like people are taking notice of you and they want to get to know you. They want to know what's going on with you. And especially if you have been self focused, you probably also haven't been like sharing a lot, right? And when you don't share a lot, people get curious. Can I get a third card for my water signs? Yeah, it's giving me unbothered too. Like when you're like really unbothered with people, like they do get a lot more curious about you. It's just human psychology, human nature. Ooh, and cosmic egg, the crown chakra. So you have reached some sort of growth here, some climactic moment of growth. Some of you, it's almost like cycling out a lesson, even. And I want to say that lesson is feeling at home within yourself, feeling centered within yourself, how to maintain your sense of self, how to maintain your sense of peace, no matter what chaos ensues. But I definitely feel like those are lessons you've learned. Now, again, people who may be taking notice of you, it's reminding me of Juno moving into Scorpio and even like Lilith Scorpio energy, not to mention Mars Cancer, even like all the Pisces energy. Anyway, the thread, I'm hearing the thread in the web. Interesting. I feel like water signs, you are attracting people to you who are like you. It's a frequency match, but these people feel new because your frequency is renewed, is the word that wants to come through. Your energy is renewed. And so people who are on that frequency are now noticing you. Even if they've been around you, they couldn't notice you quite as much before because your frequency wasn't there. You see what I'm saying? So this is kind of feeling like being guided to certain relationships at this time, or really more them being guided to you because of this moment of your own growth that you've been experiencing. Okay. All right, let's get into the signs. Starting with Cancer. We're going to do Rider Waite for Cancer. Just got really dizzy in your energy. Oh, oh, very lightheaded in your energy. Wow. Your crown and third eye may be very lit. I almost want to say activation warning for anybody watching live or even later. Wow. Yeah, a little bit of activation warning. Cancer. Any messages or insights for Cancer? They're showing me the bear. Bear's coming through. We like when bear shows up. Bear is strength and stamina, but it's also protection. It's also love and recovery. It's feeling like protection. It almost feels like you are the bear and you're like, you're doing something in the name of protecting something. Maybe protecting your peace. Protecting the peace you worked so hard to cultivate. Could even be protecting someone you love. But it's definitely giving me the bear that's like being territorial and like patrolling. I'm getting the word patrolling. Keep in mind too, this could be about someone you know, doesn't have to be you. There could be something going on in terms of like maternal dynamics and relationships. You would know how that applies to you. It's weird. It's almost like some sort of like alarm bell has sounded, Cancer. Maybe it's just a feeling a call, but it's like I'm getting this like now I'm getting really hot in your energy. I feel like you're getting blasted with light. There's a lot of energy in your reading right now. Some sort of alarm bell is going off, some sort of signal is going off. I want to say it's intuitive. Is going off here, and it's like you're like ready to go on patrol. It's like it's like you're like sounding the alarm and you're like answering the call. Again, this could be someone who knows you. Doesn't have to be you. Yeah, it's giving me like parental instinct. Like, and I don't have kids, but we all know this is a thing. Like, if you have a child and they're like away from you and you just know something's happening, it's giving me that feeling. It doesn't have to be a child. It could just be someone you know. And again, could be reversed. Anyway, don't need to over explain. Cancer, any other messages or insights for Cancer? Can't even make this shit up. Oh, look, the call, the alarm bell. Gotta love how this, oh my God. Gotta love how this works. Cancer, you are getting some sort of massive signal, alarm bell, psychic jolt is also what this feels like. You can't ignore it. There's this feeling very physical. I think that's why I was trying to explain so much of what I was feeling because I think that's how you're gonna feel it. That's how you're gonna feel it. It's getting hit with some major knowing, call, psychic hit, psychic jolt, even telepathic hit. And again, someone could be getting a hit about you. Oh, hey, CJ, aloha. Hope you're doing good. The lightning blast is no joke. Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. Better sit down when this hits you, Cancer. Anything else for Cancer? Someone could be in the medical field. I hope you are sitting down whenever this hits you. This does not feel like some physical event. This feels like literally you're getting hit with some sort of like psychic lightning bolt. That's what this feels like. A call, a telepathic hit. You just know something, you just feel something, and it hits you. It hits you. It's like it hits you. This doesn't feel physical at all. You may even like hear certain frequencies when this happens. There's no other words to say. It's just very clear. Can I get a third card for Cancer? It's making me like nervous for you. Now my stomach's getting a little queasy. Can I get a third card for Cancer, please? Yeah, you guys may be feeling this energy as I'm talking about it. Just a heads up. That's why I did say activation warning, because this is like moon on the bottom. What the hell's going on for Cancer? Oh. High Priestess. And look at the other card that came out. Four of Swords. Some of you, this is going to put you out physically. Like, it almost feels like a spontaneous awakening or upgrade, or again, a psychic jolt or hit for some of you, like getting blasted with codes. Others of you, it's only going to hit you when you are totally alone. Thank you. Yeah, some of you, you may like be living your life, doing your thing, and suddenly you just can't shake this feeling like you have to go home, or you can't shake this feeling like you need to like go into some sort of safe space, and that's when it hits you. Spirit is only okay. This is a woo-woo reading. This is for my mystics. It is what it is. If you're not watching for mystic purposes, that's totally fine. But this is totally for my mystics here. I do feel like Spirit is only going to allow this to hit you when it's physically safe for you to receive it. Like, I don't think this is going to hit you in the car. I don't think it's going to hit you when you are out in public. I think it's going to be literally when you are like alone in your safety safe, or even in nature. It may hit you when you're out in nature, or like if you're in your yard or something. This is like so crazy. I don't think it's going to happen when you're sleeping, but it might for some of you. I like something about that feels weird. Like, you may be literally like in dream time, in your dream space, and like something opens up for you in dream time, and it's going to be very clear and blatant. But I think most of you, it's going to be like when you're alone. And again, it may prompt you to like really take some time out. Because if this is like a spontaneous awakening or upgrade or something, you may feel sick. I'm just gonna like we've all been through this. You may feel sick. For those who are really new to the journey, I've also like been debating about like, I don't know, offering um words. I don't like the word coaching. I don't have another word for it yet. But for people who are like really new, um, because that's just part of it. And people who haven't experienced it, when we say that to people who've never experienced these kinds of things before, they look at us like we're crazy. And it's like, no, it's like all of the cells in your body are getting hit with light. Okay, that changes shit up. Like that's jarring to the body, and it does take the body time to adjust. And it may sometimes come up like flu, like headaches, weird aches and pains, and joint stuff, and just all kinds of weird sensations. So yeah, some of you may need to like seriously take some time out when this hits you. This is the bottom. High Priestess and Lovers. Cancer, this is screaming alignment deep in your body and like your cells and your soul, like an alchemical process. This is again, I can't get away from it. This is feeling like spontaneous awakening or upgrades here. Some of you, when this jolt hits you, again, it may be because of a telepathic connection you have with somebody. And there's going to be a lot of truth that comes through you. You're going to just suddenly be aware of a lot. And it may put you in a position to have to make some decisions. Now, keep in mind, somebody could be experiencing this in relation to you if it's a telepathic connection. I'm so curious. Can we look at the Four of Swords? Can we look at the Four of Swords, please? For Cancer. Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is traditionally like getting on your horse, right? And going out and talking or messaging or whatever. It also can be receiving just truth, all right? Because it's air. It's the sword. The sword is clarity, it's communication, it's knowledge, it's wisdom, it's insight. I feel like this is literally just a lot coming to you. And again, some of you, there's telepathic communication that's part of this as well. This energy, like, if I were standing, I think I'd like literally have to put my hand on a wall. Tell me about Judgment. Can I get a card for Judgment for Cancer? Cancer, this is a long reading, but I think you need it. Oh, look what came out again. Look what came out again. Cards don't lie. You don't even need me to explain this because this was showing itself earlier when Judgment came out. Tell me about the Tower. Divine timing. Cosmic forces. It is what it is, Cancer. Strap yourself in, brace yourself, clear your calendar, okay, if you can, and just strap yourself in. That is. And I don't think I've ever had a reading that so blatantly clear about that. Yeah, that was crazy. Okay, Scorpio. Ooh. Scorpio. Scorpio. Any messages or insights for Scorpio, for Scorpio's highest good for this week? Any tips to deal with that in case of happening? Just take care of your body. That's it. Like, literally, just take care of yourself. Really, like, and your body will tell you what it needs. You'll probably need a lot of, like, whoever that's for, because that ain't for everybody. Whoever that's for, a lot of sleep, a lot of laying down. You may not even be able to sleep, but just like literally not like letting your body rest through it. A lot of water, a lot of clean eating. Just take care of yourself. And that's the thing, your body will tell you. It's like there have been times where I've been like hit with an energy like that, and like and I won't eat for days. Sometimes I'll eat a lot because it just depends on what your body needs, and your body will tell you. So just trust what your body's telling you. Sorry. I need to change the timestamp for Scorpio. Hold on a second. Cancer, you got one more message in here. Cancer. Maybe Cancer needs its own reading this week. Read, maybe. The bear. They brought up the bear again. The bear feels like a guide that's insulating you. When they brought up the patrolling again. So don't be shocked. I'm wondering if some of you guys are gonna like have your third eye open or something. Because I'm like, don't get scared if you like start to see like astral animals. I just call them astral animals because I don't have another word for it. Because it's just spirit animals. They're guides. They're just there. They're with you. Don't be shocked if you start to see that. Okay. For those who are like, if your third eye is like just starting to open. Sometimes it can be a little jarring if you're not used to that. And if you don't want to see, tell your guides to turn it off. If you don't want to see. I don't recommend forcing anything. You guys know my stance on that. I don't recommend trying to like force gifts and things to turn on. I'm not an advocate for that. But if you're given something and you're like, I don't want it, you can tell them no. You can tell them no. Okay? But yeah, that feels like protection. Keeping you safe while you're dealing with that. All right, let's get back into Scorpio. What a day. What a day today. All right. Scorpio. What's going on with you? Cancer might have had the most intense reading of this week, and we're only like halfway through the zodiac. I'm just saying. Scorpio. Any messages or insights for Scorpio for this week? For Scorpio's highest good. So I know this is not for most Scorpios watching. We'll see when the cards come out. Some of you are ready to get in the ring. Take that as you will. It's this feeling of like you're ready for the fight. You're ready for the grit. You're ready for the work. You're ready to get your hands dirty. You're ready to show up and show out. It's a very small group of you who like, that's just confirmation. Scorpio. Any messages or insights for Scorpio? Oh, is that, oh, okay. I thought that was the Emperor for a second. 4 of Cups, Queen of Cups, and 7 of Swords. I thought the Emperor was the Queen of Cups because the way the cards landed. So there may be some Emperor energy that you're dealing with, Scorpio, this week. I got to be honest, Scorpio, I don't love this state of being for you. Queen of Cups is reflective, but the 4 of Cups also, while reflective and like, taking a time out, meditating, sitting with your feelings. Some of you guys need an emotional timeout from certain situations. It's giving me bubble. The 7 of Swords. I don't like the 7 of Swords here. There's something about it where it's almost like you're trying to discern what's really going on, discern even what you're really feeling, which is kind of strange to come up in a Scorpio reading. There's illusion here with the 7 of Swords, and it's giving me patterns. Okay. It's giving me like emotional patterns. I don't know another way to say that. Getting the word avoidance. It's a very difficult energy to articulate. Hold on, let me find the words here. It's almost like you're feeling your feelings, and then when something comes up in your awareness of yourself that you don't really like, you ignore it. That you don't really want to own, you ignore it. That's honestly what I'm getting. Could this be someone you know? Yeah, it doesn't have to be you. It doesn't have to be you. Could you be reflecting on betrayal and bullshit from other people? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm also getting the former. Like sitting with yourself and then like you become aware of a pattern of yours, and it's like you don't want to own it. And it feels very cyclical. Some of you guys need to hear that. But I do also see some of you Scorpios trying to emotionally deal with shady situations that you have experienced. Okay. Any other messages or insights? Yeah, it's like, sorry, they're bringing me back to what I was getting at before. It's like little glimpses of your accountability in certain situations, and then you back away from it. Like where you can see how you potentially have contributed to a situation that didn't go so well or wasn't exactly in divine order, and then you like back away from it. So again, some of you guys need to hear that. But let's continue. Any other messages or insights for Scorpio for this week? Interesting. So we have King of Pentacles here. Why is the King of Pentacles here for Scorpio? It feels kind of like almost was a little outside of you. It's also Taurus, which is your natural 7. So this could be about someone else outside of you. Oh, who had these? Who had these? King of Swords and King of Pentacles. I know there was a reading for one of the signs that we did already that had those exact kings. If you guys remember, please put it in the comment section. Some people would want to know. But King of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, and the King of Swords. Oh, Scorpio. Hold on a second. I feel like I'm seeing 2 different energies, and I'm hearing the word bridge. This is weird, Scorpio. Because it's like, and there may be some mirroring going on. Okay, so keep that in mind as we get into this. Because on one hand, I feel this very solidly, and this does feel like you. It could be someone else. And then we move over here where there's 2 kings, so also could emphasize you are dealing with another person here. But this feels very different than this queen over here. And for some of you, I feel like this is representing one person, and this is representing another person. And there is some weird crunchy energy between the 2. Some of you, I'm getting that it's like these are both you, but you're having trouble bridging. You're having trouble like going from here to here. Bridging. So if you are dealing with somebody, that is how this could be a mirroring experience. It's funny, I just realized I just switched them too. As I said, mirroring. So if you are dealing with somebody and there is a mirroring experience, whatever is going on over here is mirroring something to you to align to within yourself or acknowledge within yourself, hence bridging. Okay. It's very weird. It's very like Neptunian. Something about it feels very not clear and very elusive. I don't really like it. It feels very foggy. Show me the energy between these 2. Show me the energies between these 2 sets. Queen of Wands. Kind of feels like an angry Queen of Wands. So remember with the Queen of Wands, what the energy between the 2. I feel like she's literally just representing a flame. Yeah, I don't even feel like the Queen of Wands is representing a queen here. I feel like she's actually representing a flame. Ten of Cups. Okay, so Scorpio, as weird as this reading is, here's what I'm getting. And again, take it as it resonates because I'm getting two, potentially 3 situations here. I feel like I'm looking at a Scorpio who's kind of been going in circles emotionally with themselves. And we, Scorpios, we know we like to sit in water. We like to sit and just sit and just sit and just stay there. I get it. I'm a Scorpio. I get it. But I also feel with that 7 of Swords, like there is something that like you're having trouble seeing clearly or working through. Some of you, it's your own patterns of behavior where you could be accountable to how you have negatively contributed to certain situations that have made you feel not so great. It happens. We're human. Everyone messes up sometimes. Some of you, you're just sitting in the water because of some sort of bullshit, shitty behavior that you were subjected to, and you're having trouble dealing with it, accepting it. Okay. That's what I'm getting over here. Over here, it's giving me the Emperor that I was sensing before, and I keep wanting to like back away from it, and maybe this is how you're feeling about this too. This could represent someone you're dealing with. Some of you, it's a version of you an aspect of you or an experience you're trying to get into that you're having trouble bridging to from this state. Okay. But again, some of you it's a person. This is screaming masculine energy, building, creating, doing, being active all day long. But there's no warmth in it. It's like purely just like earth and air. It's purely practical. It's purely logical. This could be a work situation. This could be a financial situation. If this is someone you're dealing with, that's all they really focus on. The practical facts, the logics of things. And again, I keep getting emperor over here. If this is someone that you've been dealing with, there's a clear disconnect. There's a disconnect. I don't feel like there's actual connection at all, which is like really strange. And maybe it's being blocked in some way because like I almost feel like the energy between these two is just really fuzzy and almost staticky. So some of you guys is someone that you have been dealing with, and maybe they've been making you feel this kind of way and you're having trouble connecting. But if you have been wanting to get active, if you've been wanting to get in the mix, get in your own masculine energy, get some plans together, build something up for yourself, get really down and dirty into some logistics and plans, you can bridge to that aspect of yourself. You can make that happen. But there's something that you keep circling around in the pool. I want to say in the dark, swampy pool of emotions over here that's preventing you from doing so. And then when I looked at what's connecting the two, what's in between the two, it's just pure desire for happiness. That's all. It's pure desire for clear crystal water that's nourishing and feels good and a life that makes you happy and joyful. And it's almost like there's something about that want, that innate desire that's getting lost in translation or even forgotten, which is interesting. So if this is about a relationship, it's almost like you both are ignoring this. Like you're both ignoring the fact that you both want to be happy. It's like you're both are like, yeah, ignoring just like blatant truth of like what matters. It's interesting. And if you're trying to move into this space, the advice is to keep it warm. Be rooted in the intention of why you want to move into this space of practicalities and logistics and planning. Some of you, again, it's purely work or finance focused. Why do you want this? Why? Remember why and don't lose track of why. Let that lead you. Let that guide you. Very weird reading, Scorpio. Very, very strange. All right. Pisces. Okay. Pisces, you guys get the unicorns. Pisces, what's going on for my fishies? Any messages or insights for Pisces? Pisces, any messages or insights for Pisces? For Pisces, highest good. Whoa, that was very quick. Oh, okay. I see it. 6 of Cups, 7 of Swords, and the Fool. Interesting. There's a couple ways this could go, Pisces. Just seeing the 6 of Cups and the 7 of Swords, I feel like there is something you can move away from as far as unhealthy patterns. And I say patterns because 6 of Cups is my patterns card. 6 of Cups also speaks to the past, family dynamics, soul connections. But the Fool being here, this is you wanting to really get away from that very quickly. This is you wanting to evade the 6 of Cups. Now, that 7 of Swords could really highlight the toxicity of the 6 of Cups, the limitations of the 6 of Cups, or it could be highlighting how you're getting away from it. Like you're sneaking away. We'll find out. Let's get deeper into this. Can I get a card for the 6 of Cups, please? For Pisces. Tell me about the 6 of Cups for Pisces. Oh. Knight of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. So Pisces, you might have been one of the signs, given that Mercury and Venus have also been retrograding through your signs, that you might have been hearing from some past people. Or you might have been hearing from someone or someone's, right? That just know you, that have a history with you, has something to tell you. Now, just because you hear from people from your past during a retrograde season doesn't mean you're supposed to get involved with them. Doesn't mean you're supposed to like deepen that relationship in any way, shape, or form. Sometimes we just get little communications from past people, or people come back from the past to show us something, or get us to acknowledge how much we've grown, even, or to give closure where need be. It's not always about let's get re-involved. It's not always about that. And I think you know that. I think you know that, and I feel like I'm looking at a Pisces where that's been your situation. Tell me about the Seven of Swords here for Pisces, because it feels a little bit like a not a sneak attack, but kind of in communication, like someone like unexpectedly told you something, reached out to you. Tell me about the Seven of Swords for Pisces. And this could have already happened. I have a feeling it already happened. And maybe this week is when you're getting really clear about what the hell is going on here, right? Oh, Seven of Swords, clarified by Four of Pentacles and Justice. There's something about this communication, and I really do want to say it's from someone from your past. You could even just be gaining insight about your past, but I feel like it's someone showed up to say something to you. Um, mm, I'm getting two things. It's so interesting the way energy manifests. I'm getting two things. One, I'm getting that as this person has said something to you, it's almost like confirmation that you should not trust them. It's like it's the confirmation. There's something that you're feeling or sensing in this exchange where you're like, oh no, this is just gonna hold me back, or this is not healthy for me. Or they want something from me. Others of you, it's a lesson in how it's a lesson in trust and openness, but only you can discern that for yourself. And this might also be why it's like it's a hard lesson, because I'm getting both, right? So it's really up to your own discernment, and how much you know yourself and where you're at in your life. Thank you, as told by a winter. Thank you. Thank you for the 4.99. Trying to see if I could. Okay. I don't know why sometimes it lets me like it or heart it, and sometimes it doesn't. But thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, whoever this is and whatever they're saying to you and whatever they're bringing up to you in your awareness, it seems to be all around trust. Trust and openness and safety in relationships. And having that discernment and recognition of when people really just want to take advantage of you, take something from you, and when you're blocking healthy relationships. Let's look at the Fool. And with the Fool being here, I feel like most of you, it's about making sure that you do recognize when people are just like trying to manipulate you, right? And not entertaining that. Tell me about the Fool. Tell me about the Fool for Pisces. Lovers. Yeah, this is a lesson in discernment with people. Can I get one more for the Fool? Ooh, interesting. King of Pentacles. Why is the King of Pentacles here with the Fool? One more, and then we'll wrap this up. Five of Swords. Yeah. So Pisces, it's interesting. King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles over here. So I feel like a King of Pentacles is reaching out to you as you are a Queen of Pentacles here. And it's up to you to make the best decision that is in alignment with your spirit and your soul, using your discernment of recognizing when someone just wants something, when someone just wants to take advantage, when someone just wants to manipulate. And again, this may show you a pattern of relationship that you've had, and it will allow you to just say no more. It'll allow you to break that pattern and make, again, a choice that's aligned with your spirit. That's what the Lovers is here. Even if you feel highly drawn to somebody, right? It's like sometimes that draw, that pull feels so strong and familiar for a really bad reason, right? Because maybe it feels familiar because it's part of a toxic pattern. The Devil versus the Lovers, right? And sometimes it feels so intense because it's karmic, which karmic is not always bad. Karmic can feel really good. This doesn't look like the fun kind of karmic energy. This looks like the hard lessons kind of karmic energy, because I feel like they're coming through like this. They're coming through like a King of Pentacles and a Five of Swords. That is someone who feels entitled. That is someone who feels entitled. You don't owe anybody anything. It's a King and Queen of Pentacles. That's like, those are people who are on the same playing field. They're not entitled to anything. And I think you're recognizing that. Yeah. Mhm. 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 All right. Moving on to air. We spent a lot of time on water. Water signs readings were intense this week. Okay. Air signs. Hey, air signs. What's going on for air? For Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Oh, they're immediately showing me the sun and the moon. That to me says harmonizing polarities is what that says to me. Like sometimes that also feels like being aware of cosmic forces, right? It's like having sun and moon energy and being able to hold both. Masculine, feminine, Cancer, Leo, night, day. Also sometimes can be about illumination of what's been hidden away. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Ooh, the elk. Interesting. We do have the eclipse energy showing itself here. You may be reflecting a bit on the eclipses that we went through. Where are we again? We're like mid-April. So we are technically still kind of under the influence, intensely so, with the eclipses. But there may be something about events that have taken place around eclipse time that are coming up for you. But elk is divine masculine principle in this deck. So kind of highlighting that sun and moon energy that I was getting here. Excuse me. Elk is also the ultimate parent partner card. It's like it's the one who is reliable, who's consistent, who's predictable, who's diligent, who's driven, who holds other people down, holds other people up, right? It's like very solid energy, provider protector energy. Oh, and now we have the lion with fire. So we have earth and fire showing itself, but both of these have a mastery. The elk is mastery of divine masculinity. Lion is mastery of fire. So these two cards coming out here, air signs, you're in a place where you have such a you're exhibiting such a mastery and maturity of, I don't want to say, I really want to say of masculinity, because the lion comes out when we have mastered how to sustain our energy, when we know the mastery of timing, when to do something, when not to, when to rest, when to speak, when not to. And elk is also, again, very diligent, very consistent, the ultimate provider, protector, executor is also what I'm hearing. Yeah, this feels like a divine masculinity mastery, regardless of your gender. Can I get a final card for my air signs? Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. A lot of fire. Dragon, solar plexus, masculine. This is also seeing clearly. It's seeing through the ego, beyond the ego. So it's like, yeah, I'm just getting a lot with you. We have one more. We also have beaver, a water card. The only one you're missing is your own element, is air. It's the only one you're missing here. I wonder if we were to pull another one, if air would come out. But beaver is also consistency and effort. And, you wake up, chop wood, carry water, wake up, chop wood, carry water. It's the consistent diligence, right? That builds and creates things, that cultivates things. This is all about masculine energy. All of it. Solar plexus, dragon, fire, King of Wands, elk, King of Pentacles is also my King of Pentacles card. Literally the card of divine masculinity, and also the card of consistent effort and building and cultivating. That's where you're at. It's interesting, the level of mastery here. And I do say mastery for a reason. It's a mastery of timing. It's a mastery of your own fire, your own energy, when to act, when not to. It's also a mastery of discernment with dragon, because it's also about seeing beyond the ego. And it's just generally a mastery of your masculinity, regardless of gender, and how you're going to use it. I would almost like say that these three, if you were to equate them to tarot, are like the majors. Beaver is more minor. I feel like I'm looking at Emperor, Sun, King of Wands, and then Beavers are like a little bit of like Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. That's kind of what I feel like I'm looking at. Very interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the cards here, starting with Gemini. We'll do glow in the dark tarot for you guys. Very focused. Very focused. Gemini. Any messages or insights for Gemini for this week? For Gemini's highest good? Any other messages or insights for Gemini? For Gemini's highest good? The cards got really stubborn. Hold on a second. Oh my gosh. Come back. Gemini, you messed up my cards. What's going on? Okay. Gemini. Okay, the cards in your energy, Gemini, they can't say stay still, which is very Gemini. It's interesting because overall for the air, it's very focused. Very focused. Gemini. All right, that feels plenty. Any messages or insights for Gemini, please? For Gemini's highest good for this week? Eight of Pentacles. There's that beaver energy. Working. You know what you're working for, is what I'm hearing with Eight of Pentacles. You're clear on what you're working for. You're clear on what you're investing in. You're very clear about it. You're very focused about it. I almost want to say it's your number one priority. Could be purely work related or money related. Doesn't have to be. Gemini. Any other messages or insights for Gemini? That's too many. Again, Gemini, you're making my cards just vomit everywhere. Any other messages or insights for Gemini? Thank you. Yep, focus, not giving up, diligent with the Seven of Wands. That's Mars, Leo. Again, you're focused. You know what you're investing in. You know what you're working for and working towards. And it just is what it is. You are relentless about it. Page of Wands coming out. Page of Wands is excitement. It's excitement for new adventures, traveling, what's on the horizons. It actually feels a little out of place here. Why is the Page of Wands here for Gemini? Because I feel like you're more in a King of Wands energy versus a Page of Wands, but the page is here. Why is the page here? Interesting. More fire with Leo. Strength. Why do I feel like you're actually keeping the Page of Wands out? One more for the page. You know what? Yeah. Okay. Gemini. You're trying to keep this Page of Wands energy away. Some of you guys, this could be somebody outside of yourself. Some of you, it's your inner child. I got to be honest. Because I feel like you're so serious over here. Like you're serious at work. You're serious. You're serious and you're focused and you're like you are not lifting your eyes off of the paper, metaphorically speaking, or your computer, metaphorically speaking. And then here we have the Page of Wands and strength. Some of you want to just go and have fun. Some of you guys just want to let loose a little bit. And I feel like you're fighting that urge to get something done or to see something through. Others of you, this Page of Wands could be somebody you know, and it's almost like you don't have time for the riffraff is how that's coming through. So you are kind of like keeping them at bay if that's a person. It's very interesting. It's almost like maybe you're keeping away another Gemini, because Page of Wands to me almost is very Geminian, even though it's fire. Because it's play. It's play, exploring. Let's try this. Let's try that. Let's like be a little lighthearted about this. It's very Gemini. So if you're suppressing that part of you, it is for a reason, and it is to get something done or see something through. It's very clear about that. And if it's someone around you, I want to say they're very much like you. One more around the Page of Wands. Hold on a second. One more on the Page of Wands for Gemini. Yeah, Five of Swords. You're not having it. You're not having it. You're too focused. What are you focused on over here, Gemini? With the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. And I get it. I get it. Oh, Empress. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got bigger fish to fry. I get it. Empress and the Nine of Cups. Totally understand. Totally understand. Whatever it is that you are focused on and you're trying to see through, it's something that is one, fulfilling and making you happy, but also taking care of you in the long run. This could be like setting up something to have another income stream that's passive, right? It could even just be like that. Maybe some of you guys are also investing in a certain relationship even, but regardless of whatever it is that you're trying to see through and commit to, it's all to take care of yourself, really. It's to take care of yourself. And it's to add to your sense of fulfillment. Some of you guys are working on a personal dream of yours, even like trying to bring a dream to life. And yeah, and if someone's coming at you in a Page of Wands energy, you're like, I don't got time for you. Like, I got adult things to worry about. I got big shit on my plate. Like, go away. Like, go away. I do want to say though, if this is like you're suppressing your sense of play, I understand that like the temporary sacrifice for a bigger reason. But I don't know, you can afford a little play here and there, can't you? I'm just saying. Food for thought, devil's advocate. But yeah, you got bigger shit to do. Okay. Yeah, you got no time for that. No time for that. All right, Libra. Libra, let's go with Rider Waite with you. Okay. Yay, I think we're going to be under 3 hours. I was getting better for a while, and then it was like, and I looked at the time, I was like, oh, been on here for a bit. Okay. Libra. Any messages or insights for Libra? For Libra's highest good? Any messages or insights for Libra? For Libra's highest good? Libra, we have the Four of Pentacles. This could be a card of power. For a lot of people, it's also sometimes saving money. I'm hearing standing on business. Okay, I like that for you. Standing on business. Sometimes it could be my closed heart chakra card. What else is going on for Libra here? What else is going on for Libra? Oh, Three of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles. There's an Ace of Pentacles here. Libra, I think some of you guys are trying to save money. And that's coming through pretty clearly. Yeah. Save money. Oh, some of you are also trying to be hush hush about some plans that you got going on. That feels like a good move. That feels like a solid move. My air signs are super focused. I like it. Yeah. Yeah. You're looking out for your pentacle. Smart. It's a smart move. Anything else for Libra for this week? Ooh. Six of Wands. Okay. At Libra, I do feel like you're being like hush hush about whatever this Three of Pentacles is. And it does feel like plans. It feels like something monetary is also tied to that. And you are kind of protective about it and you're focused on it, but that's because you are pretty sure you're going to succeed with whatever this is, or it's going to give you the results that you're looking for. And again, I keep getting money with this very specifically. Can I get a card for the Three of Pentacles for Libra? I feel like all my air signs are in masculine energy this week. Oh, Libra. We have the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Wands. I got excited because like just knowing the astrology of the week and how you're treating this and how you expect it to go, that Seven of Cups and the Eight of Wands, that feels like bringing dreams to life. That's honestly what that feels like. Because Seven of Cups can be fantasy and illusions and deceptions, but it can also be dreams, daydreamy energy. But the Eight of Wands is the amount of energy that is also coming with that. And it's also action. It's physical action. It's physical movement. And it's expansive with the Eight of Wands. It's expansive. You know, whatever these plans are, whatever your intentions are with this, again, it does feel like it's money related. you know it's going to take off. You know it's going to support you. So which is why you're focused on it and why you're protective about it. And that's what you expect to gain out of it with the 6 of Wands. Can I get a card for the 4 of Pentacles for Libra? Yeah, you are very hush-hush about this. 4 of Swords. Keeping it close to your chest. Can I get a card for the 6 of Wands for Libra? Oh, yeah, look at you. 6 of Wands and the King of Pentacles. You expect this to really pay off financially. This is a finance read. Finance and or work or investment reading for my Libras. And if that's not where you're at, that's okay. But remember the power of this week and these few days that we got going on here, right? What you decide to start, nurture, invest in, it will domino. It will have a ripple effect for months to come. Okay? Okay? Okay. I'm just saying. All right. Last but not least, we have Aquarius. Oop. Okay. Aquarius, you guys get the unicorns. Aquarius. Any messages or insights for Aquarius for this week for Aqua's highest good? What's going on with Aquarius? Maybe not with Pisces. Pisces is coming up pretty strongly, but that's also a big collective energy right now. Sorry, buddy. I know you're trying to sleep. I keep waking him up every time I shuffle the cards. Aquarius. Yeah, that Pisces energy is strong. Of course, you could also have Pisces in your chart. Aquarius. Oh, this feels like a painful choice, actually, is what this feels like. 3 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Aqua, what's going on? I did not expect this with your energy. I just keep getting a painful decision. You may like you're forced to make this choice is what this feels like. Like you don't have a choice to make this. Oh my God. The choice that you don't have a choice to make. Like it's like so weird how this is coming through. It's kind of feeling like being put in a corner. Like this is the way forward and you know it, but it's painful. You don't like it. It's making you very uncomfortable. It's very different compared to Gemini and Libra. Maybe because Pluto's in your sign. What is going on with this 3 of Swords and the 5 of Swords? I'm starting to get a really bad pain in my back. Oh my God. Wow. Oh, okay. Maybe you feel backstabbed? I like the way my back just freaked out in your energy. It like literally feels like getting stabbed. It literally feels like that. Tell me about the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Swords for Aquarius. Tell me about the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Swords. Yeah, Emperor. Emperor is being clarified there. So you don't like it, but you know you have to do it. And you're doing it as the Emperor, which tells me you're in your authority about it. You're in your authority about it. You're not letting it disempower you. Maybe there's a little wavering in moments there where maybe you do feel a little bit like this is out of your control, but you know that this is the way. It's just how it keeps wanting to come through. You know this is the way. Maybe this is why Pisces was being emphasized so much, because Pisces is about just letting go and let God, right? And like recognizing every present moment you're in, what is available to you, what needs to go, and what can you receive, right? How can you flow with the energy of the present moment here and not like fight the flow? And it does feel like you're being pushed into a corner. You don't have a choice about this, but I mean, you can choose to accept it, right? And remember, Aqua, we do have that grand fixed cross by the end of the week, which will affect you if you have 0-5 degrees Aquarius, right? Anything else for Aqua, please, pertaining to the spread? Oh, that's too many. Anything else for Aquarius? Thank you. You got all swords, Aqua. We have Knight of Swords. It's been coming up for almost everybody. Why is the Knight of Swords here for Aquarius? Ooh, I'm hearing the truth. King of Cups and King of Swords. It's a very direct, uncomfortable delivery of truth coming from a King of Cups, King of Swords. Maybe this is the choice that you realize this is the only way, is to be honest about something. Can I get more clarification on the Knight of Swords? But even with the King of Cups and King of Swords, that is a nice combination, because the King of Swords doesn't mess around when communicating. They know how to communicate. They're very clear about it. Sometimes they're tactless, but the King of Cups softens that. So not only is what is being said is honest, but it's heartfelt. It's the truth. The Queen of Pentacles has been coming up a lot today too, with the Chariot. I feel like, Aqua, you're speaking to a Queen of Pentacles about something. And whatever you have to say to them, it's like you didn't want to say it, or you don't want to say it for some reason. It's just making you uncomfortable to say it. But with the Chariot, if this is about a relationship, it could be about ending a relationship. It could be about moving on. Can I get clarification on the Chariot here? Some of you are saying something to a Queen of Pentacles. This is for a different group of you. Some of you are needing to be honest to a Queen of Pentacles, because it's like, I got to be honest, feeling a little bit of a humbling moment here. Like something didn't work out. Some sort of situation that you were involved in as an Emperor has put you in a high and dry place. And I feel like you're actually needing to go and speak to a Queen of Pentacles, because you're in a bad situation. And it feels a little bit like asking for help. So some of you, it's about that. Some of you, it's about getting out of some sort of commitment. Can I get clarification on the Chariot? King of Pentacles, the pair that's been coming up everywhere. King of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles with the Chariot. Yeah, I feel like you're going to a Queen of Pentacles to speak some really painful truth that you can't not say anymore. And for some of you, this painful truth is, I'm in a really bad situation and I need help. I need a friend. I need a partner. I need help. I need a way out of this. Some of you, you're in a situation with a Queen of Pentacles and you need to express your truth, that like, we're hitting the point where it's like, this is too painful to continue the way that it is. And I need to be honest about this. Either way, it's like you don't want to. And I do feel like the ego is like, not like your ego is not wanting you to, but you're doing it. You're very clearly doing it. Interesting. Rockin' Robin, thank you. It's not it's not letting me heart it, but thank you for the $10. Hold on, I need a little water. I mean, we're pretty complete. I kind of am a little curious though. I want to get one more on this energy. Can I get one more in the Three of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Emperor? Yeah, it's like, it's too, yeah. I was gonna say, it's too painful for Aqua as the Emperor. It's too painful for you to stay in this spot. And then we have the Ace of Swords, and you know it. You know it. You're very clear about it. One more for the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you need to look onwards. So that wants to be said. Queen of Swords. I feel like that's the Queen of Pentacles. You know the answer is this Queen. The answer is this Queen, whoever this Queen is. And gender doesn't matter here, okay? I know you're showing up a lot in masculine energy, but that's because you're the one who's like taking action, taking initiation, needing to speak, and needing to get the wheel, ball rolling, so to speak. But being in this painful spot, you're aware that you need to look to whoever this Queen is. You look at them as being very intelligent. And the fact that they're showing up as a Queen of Pentacles to you, King of Pentacles, and a Queen of Swords to you, King of Swords, they probably are an Empress. They're probably an Empress. Um, you just know the answer is I need to go and speak to this queen and whatever you need to say. Whatever you need to say to them, whether you're asking for help or whether you're needing to get out of some sort of obligation with them. It's like those are the two ways that I'm seeing it. Some of you can even be just leaving a job, you know? Very interesting. All right, guys, that's it. We're complete for today. So again, don't forget to check out Patreon on the website. I should also have timestamps up on here. Is there anything else? I don't think so. Also, just a heads up, for Patreon, you can have access to all the old extended readings. I think I'm going to delete Vimeo just entirely, like completely just delete the accounts. I've been trying to like finish taxes and I've had my fill of the BS with some of these companies. I gotta call a spade a spade. It's taken Vimeo months to get me my tax form, like months, to the point where I've had to like file an extension and everything, and it just hasn't been worth the headache. Not to mention I'm not doing sign readings anymore, but all of my extended sign readings are on Patreon along with Vimeo. But like I said, if I delete Vimeo, Patreon's the only place we'll be able to have access to them. Okay. I can't deal with this. I can't deal with the system anymore. I can't do it. It's making me crazy. Like, I can't do it. Trying to finish taxes also. Yes, I know it's crunch mode for a lot of people right now. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. You're so welcome. I literally filed today. Yeah, I've had everything done and ready except for like the holdups from these different companies, and it's made me infuriated. Taxes are already hard and stressful. Yes, right. I've also like, should I even be saying this here? Like, I've also had an issue with PayPal that has had me pulling my hair out. And I think I'm done with them too, which also means I need to be done with Vimeo because that's how the payments get transferred over. And it's just bullshit. Maybe I'll talk about it on Patreon. I'll probably talk about it over there. Anyway, I'm rambling. I gotta go. But I love you guys. Have an amazing Monday and an amazing week. And I will see y'all soon. Okay. Bye. Take care. Oops. Wrong button. Okay. Bye.